see if we can get it answered.
Hey.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
Great, Preston. How are you this morning?
Awesome, my friend. So do me a favor and tell me what bruxism is.
It's grinding of the teeth.
Yes.
When you grind your teeth.
You got it. Yeah, nice work, bud. Hang on a second. We're going to set you up with tickets to go and see Mr. Eric Clapton along with the Wallflowers. It's Saturday at the Xfinity Mobile Arena, and limited tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster. Well, we got some stories to share with you. We're going to start with this one. A new witness has come forward in the Blake Lively case against Justin Baldoni, alleging repeated negative interactions with him, including verbal abuse. TMZ claims the individual worked with Baldoni on a different project, not It Ends With Us, and may testify in Blake's trial. So the accuser claims Baldoni was barred from most of the production set and asked that he not be involved in marketing or PR. Lively's trial is set for March 9th in New York federal court, and she is seeking to have him cover the legal fees.
It seems like this has been going on for a decade, this friggin' thing.
Yeah, hasn't even really gotten started. All right, Charlie Sheen, he is riding high on his Hollywood comeback and teasing that there's more to come. Fresh off of the release of his memoir, The Book of Sheen, and the Netflix documentary, a.k.a. Charlie Sheen. The actor,
it's just the best,
says he feels lighter now that everything is out in the open, including stories from his infamous past. While taking pictures with fans in New York, Sheen hinted that he's gearing up for something that he hasn't done in a long time, and he would not confirm if that means acting. But he added, whatever's supposed to happen next is what will happen.
Okay.
Is he doing it? Duh. Is he doing it? He's doing another tour.
He is. He's coming. I think he's coming to the Keswick.
Right.
That's
okay.
right.
What's the tour supposed to be?
I don't think it's a torpedo of truth or anything like that, but
it's probably an evening with.
Yeah.
I don't know what he'd be doing. Maybe he's doing Give Him Hell Harry or
you know what he's doing? He's doing yesterday. So,
well, that's pretty cool.
I really like Emilio a lot. And,
Yeah.
that'd be a good conversation.
Listen, to get the chance to interview Charlie Sheen would be a blast.
I mean, we had Emilio, his brother and his father in studio.
Great.
I would do it now. Back when he was losing it, I would not have wanted to talk to him, although it would have been a train wreck and something that you could not take your eyes away from.
I'm a freaking warlock.
But I would love to actually talk to him now.
Yeah,
and
I'd like to talk to you, Preston.
I said, well, I'm happy to
I'd
hear
like to
that.
ask how your golf game is.
Oh, God,
Why
you don't
do
want
they
to
call
know
you
about
Captain Blackfingers? Stuff like that.
And
that time you set the field on fire. I want to find out about that. and why do you like to eat your scabs so much?
Now stop that. We're not going there.
I just want to talk.
Okay. So since getting sober in 2017, Charlie has kept things.
I want to hear that story about the shotgun in the cat box.
Low key.
That's a good one.
that is a good one.
I thought I had a crazy life. Oh, and the time you and your wife performed sex live for your children.
What are you talking about?
No, the intercom.
Oh, well, that. Now you are kind of stretching the truth there a little bit, Charlie.
I've been known to bend the truth.
Well, anyhow, since
I'm actually not a warlock.
Are you on a Mercury
surfboard? I don't even have a Mercury surfboard. I have a boogie board, and it's made of Formica.
Well, now the truth is finally coming out. It's got to be.
Well, see, he's coming to terms with things.
Yeah.
On a freaking Formica boogie board.
Boogie board. It's not even mine. I borrowed it from my friend.
Do we have the Mercury surfboard?
Yeah, it's somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, because the fact that it is now changed to a Formica boogie board.
I've been riding it on a Mercury surfboard.
So I guess he was lying. Then.
Do we have? I don't know if you want to play it here, Preston, but there's a clip of him. He was on Kelly and
Ryan.
Husband? No, it's not Ryan anymore.
Mark.
Oh yeah,
Mark Kelly and
Suelos, yeah.
And
sure.
He was talking about that when they attempted to do an intervention for him.
Okay.
Yeah, there were a couple of clues before I walked inside. Firstly, there was no balloon on the mailbox. And then my mom stops me in the driveway and she says, "Do you have a gun on you?" I'm like, no, it's not how I normally celebrate a birthday party, you know?
He had been invited to a birthday party, and there was an intervention. And I think that's kind of funny. The guy can tell a story.
Yeah.
And he's got stories to tell.
So he's kept a low profile since 2017 with just a few roles, like guest spot on HBO Max's Bookie. So we'll see where this goes. Glenn Powell opened up in a GQ interview about, it was a story about navigating fame, breakups, tabloid rumors, and he got some advice from Tom Cruise for when the media noise gets overwhelming. He also addressed his split from ex-girlfriend Gigi Paris, saying, "I will always have nothing but love for her and respect for her," while acknowledging that relationships are really hard and each person tells their own version. But talking about Tom, he said, Tom basically said, "Hey, it's going to get really, really loud, and it's your job to just turn the volume down. Just remember that you have your hand on that switch." And he said, "You have your hand on the ability to turn up that noise or turn it down. And really, just turning down the noise and trusting your own gut has been a real godsend for me."
They're your headphones. You control the volume.
Paris previously said that she felt like it was, I was fed to the dogs when talking about their relationship, when Powell and Sydney Sweeney leaned into the romance rumors while promoting their rom-com, Anyone But You. And Powell confirmed the rumors were just publicity strategy, admitting that audiences want what's on the screen off the screen.
I bought it,
too.
I mean, they look like they were, I don't know, maybe there was a little bit of backpedaling there, but they look like they were certainly into each other.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't realize? And this has been brought up in a few memes that I saw. In the Bane in the third movie, The Dark Knight Returns, Baines goes into the Wall Street. He goes down to the business district, and they take over this, whatever, the trading accountant, whatever the hell it is. Anyway, he slams a guy's head down on a keyboard. That's Glenn Powell.
No way.
He ends up on the back of the motorcycle.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Bane kidnaps
Earlier
him.
in his career.
And he says he really slammed his head down on the keys. Yeah.
Well, all right, congratulations to White Lotus star Patrick Schwarzenegger, who married his girlfriend, model Abby Champion, in an intimate ceremony in Idaho on Saturday. In attendance, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver, along with brother-in-law Chris Pratt, Jason Isaacs, and Rob Lowe. The couple announced their engagement in December 2023 after first being romantically linked in 2015, so they made it official.
I like that guy. Patrick is a charismatic actor, I think. I think he's going to go the distance, you know. White Lotus.
He was the older brother, right?
He was the older brother.
Yeah.
They had, if you remember that freaky...
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
That freaky scene.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, I've given my brother noogies.
Purple Nurples.
Yeah, never did that.
So congratulations to Modern Family star Eric Stonestreet. It was just his birthday yesterday. And longtime girlfriend Lindsay Schweitzer, who have finally said their I do's. The actor posted a carousel of pictures to Instagram yesterday with the caption, "It's my birthday, and guess what I got?" Followed by a photo of the happy couple with the caption, "I got married." The couple tied the knot at their home in Kansas City, Missouri. The two first started dating in 2017 after the actor and the pediatric nurse met at a charity event.
I would love to see them. They keep flirting with the notion of a Cam and Mitch spin-off series. But I think, time is sort of the essence there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would you get married on your birthday, given the option?
No.
I don't think I would either.
No, I don't think so.
But
Don't like it.
good for them.
Yeah.
Otto Kemp hit a home run on his birthday for the Phillies last night. I thought that was pretty cool. He turned 26 yesterday and then hit a home run. So
I'd do that.
That's
Did
pretty
that on
badass.
purpose.
Yeah. He tried really hard.
Yep. So the home that inspired the Conjuring is going up on the auction block this
By the way,
Halloween.
just to reestablish, we know it's not The Conjuring.
Yes, it is The Conjuring. The movies were based on a true story featuring the real-life paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren as they deal with everything from spirits to demons. And the first movie saw the Warrens at a farmhouse in Rhode Island trying to save a family from the witch named Bathsheba Sherman, who had haunted the property for over 100 years.
It's Bathsheba Lipschitz.
Now that farmhouse can be owned by one lucky or unlucky individual. Bidding starts at 11 a.m. on October 31st. J.M. Manning Auctioneers President Justin Manning said, "We expect builders, developers, and fans of the supernatural to compete for this prized property."
It's funny because, obviously, you've never seen these movies, right? You never saw the original. The house in the original Conjuring looks nothing like this. It's a sprawling, multi-level house.
Oh, really?
This is kind of like a ranch or a one-level. But yeah, what they do is a lot of people buy up these properties and then turn them into tourist attractions.
Yeah, yep. All right, Stephen King has been involved with movies for almost as long as he has been a professional writer. His first full-length novel, Carrie, which we were just talking about, was a successful and highly regarded film, and since then his writing has been behind some of the best, like Shawshank Redemption, and the worst, like Sleepwalkers, movies to hit the big screen, as well as countless miniseries. And he's been a vocal proponent or critic of his movies for about as long, and now he has shared with fans his top 10 movies of all time. Wisely leaving out movies that he was directly involved with, he tweeted his list and let the arguments begin. So he says in no particular order, these are his favorite all-time movies.
All right, let's see how
And you're going to know a lot of these things.
Yeah.
Well, you'll know all of them. Sorcerer.
Yeah, great movie.
Godfather 2, Groundhog Day,
Nice.
Casablanca, Treasure of the Sierra Madre,
Yeah.
Jaws, Mean Streets, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and Double Indemnity. These are his favorite movies.
I have no problem with any of those. All solid. There's a couple I probably would put on as well, but yeah, those are all solid selections. The Saucer is one I've mentioned. It is a remake of a French movie called, I think, The Wages of Fear. It's about these guys who transport nitroglycerin through a very bumpy mountainous range, Preston. William Friedkin, who did the Exorcist, directed the remake of it with Roy Scheider. Freaking Roy. But I mean, there are scenes in that movie that are just unbelievable. There's one where they're crossing a bridge, the truck, during a storm. And there's a storm going on.
Yeah.
And they're filming this goddamn thing, and it's unbelievable.
Okay.
Just practical stuff.
I'd like to hear his top 10 list of movies that are based on his work.
I thought that's what this list
Yeah,
was. I
yeah.
thought he was going to give his best Stephen King
I know.
movies.
You know what? I know he's a big fan, Preston, of Cronenberg's The Dead Zone, because he believes that it's actually an improvement on the book. He's not a fan of Kubrick's The Shining.
Right.
Shawshank is number one.
Shawshank, is way up there.
I got to go Stand By Me first.
Stand by Me.
all right.
Yeah, Shawshank second.
Yeah, okay.
By the
Stand
way,
By-
I like Sleepwalkers.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, it's a fun
I
movie.
enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But I was
didn't
a
see
kid
that
when
one.
I saw it. So.
But no, these are his outside of his realm. Those are his favorite movies.
And his latest one is getting 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, The Long Walk, with Mark Hamill, and it looks terrifying, but awesome.
Which is wild. It's I read the book. I kind of don't want to see the movie.
Oh, yeah?
Why?
Yeah.
Because you're afraid you'll sully the memory of the book, or
No, it's just, man, like I told you, they walk until they die. Okay, that's the part of the plot of this thing. But
isn't that basically Revenge of the Nerds?
I don't want to see their mangled, bloody, stumped
I see.
feet.
Yeah.
It's just I don't like that, and that is a big part of what happens.
So how are you in the scene in Die Hard with the broken glass?
Wait, and Die Hard with not bad. The cutting your feet is not. Well, that's kind of. But I mean, like, dude, they their ankles snap, and
You know what you're talking like now?
what?
You're a foot model.
Yeah.
You can't
That's right.
stand it. Yeah.
That's right.
You know what I can't stand is when Marv steps on that nail in Home Alone. I can't.
Yes.
And then it happens in A Quiet Place too.
It
She
sure
steps-
does.
Oh my
Yes.
God. I can't stand
That
it,
one's
dude.
even worse.
Uh-huh.
Oh, nasty. All right, a couple other quick things. So, in a role light years away from his gruff, violent Wolverine, Hugh Jackman plays a Neil Diamond interpreter who teams up with a hairstylist who just wants to entertain. That's Kate Hudson, by the way, in an upcoming feel-good movie called Song Sung Blue. Movie is based on a true story, with the two musicians eventually fronting a Diamond tribute band called Thunder and Lightning. Film features Michael Imperioli, Ella Anderson, Fisher Stevens, Jim Belushi, and others, and a whole lot of Neil Diamond music. And the movie will hit theaters this Christmas.
So yesterday I asked you about this because I was only catching part of this trailer that was up on social media, and I'm like, is Hugh Jackman playing Neil Diamond? But
Yeah.
this is what it is.
Yeah, it's a tribute.
Yeah,
Let me see. Two other quick things, then we got to move along. Ryan Seacrest will officially be back on the American Idol stage. ABC confirmed that he'll return to host Idol's 9th season. The 24th overall, by the way, for the network. The announcement comes after weeks of speculation since Seacrest's name was missing from last month's judge reveal.
What do you imagine he's worth? He is the full-time host of Wheel of Fortune. He's got this. He's got his radio network.
It's like $1 billion.
Yeah, something like that. Casey, have that other clip
I
ready
got
to go
you.
because Carrie Underwood.
Oh man, I messed it
Come
up.
on.
Damn it.
Turn it back
Wait,
on.
why is that not on?
Turn them because you turned them off.
Okay, here we go.
Hold on. Yeah. There's
Man,
Carrie Underwood.
take a step back on that one.
Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie are locked in as well. So there it is. Yeah. So he's gonna host it.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting.
I never miss a season except the 20 seasons that I missed.
And then one last thing. It would appear that the move of the VMAs to CBS was a smart one. The show was still simulcast on MTV as well as Paramount Plus, but adding CBS to the mix resulted in the highest viewership for the event in 6 years. The show was watched by more than 5.5 million viewers, a 42% jump from last year's broadcast. That's huge.
Well, that and I think having LL Cool J, I mean, not that he knows how to run those things efficiently.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a good move as well.
But you think that was the draw?
No.
Yeah. So
I just think having a major network presenting it helped.
It also was the most watched program of the night. It beat out Sunday Night Football between the Ravens and the Bills. So it was a very highly viewed event. Yeah, interesting. All right, let's get to the clips. So Wednesday Addams is a young woman who refuses to acquiesce to the pressures of society or follow anyone's values but her own. And here Jenna Ortega and castmates perfectly explain why the D in her name is silent. Here we go.
Wait, why is Wednesday spelled with a silent D in it? Because Wednesday is the root of all evil. The D in Wednesday is to with you.
Wednesday is streaming now on Netflix. I loved it. Loved it.
We watched two of the new, the remaining episodes that are there. It's terrific. I don't want to spoil anything, but a character from the first season that we were all sure was dead comes back. I know you know who I'm talking about, Preston. So it's wonderful.
Here's the next clip. AKA Charlie Sheen is loaded with famous friends and colleagues sharing their candid stories about the actor. But here, Charlie explains why two very important people were not a part of the documentary.
The only two voices that people might feel are missing or absent is Emilio and my father. They both saw a rough cut. And they went, "This is your story. We can't tell your story any better than you can."
He's getting a little nasally.
There's something going on there. I don't know if that's maybe all the coke.
Yeah.
AKA Charlie Sheen is streaming today on Netflix, so you can start watching that now.
His voice is moving to the back of the throat a little bit.
Yeah. All right, that's the entertainment report for you, my friend. We will take a break, come back in a second. We have the Back to School A to Z continuing. We have a check-in with Fox Good Day and more. Stay put. We'll be right back.
Having to do with that.
Yeah.
So this is you can't be compelled to pay for this then.
Yeah.
right.
I mean, I think that's the
Even
right
if
thing.
you pissed on it.
This was you break it, you buy it. But maybe it was. Remember, we had a conversation about they made a rule because of me.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
Right.
This says didn't break it, but I reached out and pushed the Liberty Bell when I was 6, and the whole thing swung on its mount.
Oh, my God.
Holy Jesus.
Not sure that they would let me take it home if I broke it, though.
Well, it's already broken.
Like when they ceremonially ring that bell,
Yeah.
they take a little soft mallet
Right.
and just touch it to
Right.
it. Like they don't actually hit it and ring it.
Yeah.
So the fact that this guy reached out and pushed it and it swung, they had to have freaked out when that happened. And then they went to a cave in Hawaii.
Yes, and then Vincent Price.
By the way, Casey's not here today. In case you hear some sounds, Marissa is doing her damnedest, doing her best to wrangle the sound effects. So
Jace didn't break any, but he loves cars and he loves exotic cars. And so we saw a Lamborghini parked in front of a hotel and he's like, "Mom, can I go look at the headlights?" He's obsessed with the front of the cars and the headlights. I said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And so he walks over, he's inspecting it. And then he's like, wow, he's like, this is so cool. And I'm like slightly across the street just waiting for him. And as he walks around the side of the car, he takes his hand and he runs it down the whole side of the car. Now, listen, not a big deal. He didn't scratch
Was he holding
anything.
keys?
But you know people who have that car. Like now it's like a little kid's handprint down the whole side of his car. I was like, oh, man.
Look, I got the hood ornament, Mommy.
Yeah, seriously. I was like,
that used to be a thing.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Here's a text that says, used to work at Walmart, broke an extremely expensive exercise equipment piece. I was bored out of my mind and I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing and knocked it off the shelf and shattered a bunch of pieces on it. No. I put it back on the shelf, set it up so that it looks okay. Customer went to use it weeks later and it broke instantly.
Oh, what'd you do?
Customer was insanely embarrassed and was just happy no one found out it was me.
Dear God, man, don't you have any sense?
Oh, my God.
How fragile things are. Sir, what are you doing? Have some respect for the people of the store who work diligently to make sure these things are safely displayed. Wow. You are to leave this Walmart.
Well, it happens. It definitely happens. So, all right. Well, thank you for the stories. We appreciate that. We do need to take a break. As I said earlier, Casey is out today. So Marissa Magnotta is playing the role of Casey Boy here in our studio today. And she's handing me things away. And I will complain. Because we have tickets to see Jurassic World Dominion.
Cool.
We have a 4-pack of tickets, and this screening will be Tuesday the 7th, so it'll be a week from today at 7 p.m. at the UA King of Prussia, and then it hits theaters on June 10th. So we'll take callers 8, 9, and 10 at 215-263-WMMR, and those passes are on us. And while you're calling, you may want to text as well when you get a chance, because we have a Tattoos Day today. It's a chance for win with a $350 gift certificate for Floating World Tattoo and Piercing for your Preston and Steve themed tattoo. They're located at 1729 South Street in Philly, and you can check out their artwork samples. Go to floatingworldtattoo.com or do a search on the Instagram. You'll be able to check them out there, too. We'll take a break. I got some B-File stories. I think you're going to like them. We'll get to them. Turn. Stay there.
You know, Adam Sandler's a good actor.
Yep.
The trailer looks solid. You know that they were authentic, shooting all around the area. Mm-hmm. So I'm very psyched.
Yep. Casey kind of exhaled. What?
Rocky's number one, right?
Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Well, yes, of course it's going to be number one, right?
No, it's not. Yeah. No.
All right, so
it's Racing Stripes.
Number 10 on this list is Rocky 2. So that's when he ends up beating Apollo, right?
Yeah. You know what? I like Rocky too. It's not, oddly enough, it's very dismissible for me.
To me, it seems like Rocky was so successful that they were like, we need to do Rocky over again, but he wins at the end.
You kind of nailed it, and it was sort of the inevitable. He had to win. It was. So I guess that's why it held less impact for me, because you knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
and he had to win. And they had the Adrian in the coma in the hospital and all that stuff. It was Stallone directing, and he proved he could direct.
Steve, so you mentioned Adrian in the coma.
What are we waiting for? Come on! Yeah, what are we waiting for? And you see, you don't see it, Preston, but as Mickey's in his zeal to get out of he pulls out one of the IVs.
Oh, he yanks the whole thing. She goes,
hey, I got some bad news. Somehow, one of her wires popped out and she's dead.
Is that the one where he chases the chicken too? When he's training him and has him.
And he's it's really well done. He had the priest. He has the priest that he yells to from the window. He's driving the Trans Am. Mm-hmm. Remember that? Yeah. It's well done.
Is that really where the bells come in? And when the Rocky theme starts,
yes,
like that not that.
No, okay.
The hell was that?
Is that the bell that they use at Eagles games?
Yeah, they use it a lot in sports events now. It's the best of the pumping you up Rocky theme music.
Yes, I agree. I love that. But Steve, I think I speak for you. There's 2 movies in that franchise: Rocky 1 and Rocky Balboa.
Stop it. And sometimes I like people don't. How can you not? How cool?
Oh, you not see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them both. Those to me capture that spirit. And God Almighty, Rocky's so good. I just watched it again in its entirety, straight through, and you just appreciate how fantastic it is.
Yeah.
Rocky 4 is good. It is a good movie.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's not Rocky 5.
Did you see the director's cut? Did
Not
you see
yet.
his edition?
Have you seen it yet?
He tweaked. No, I've seen.
I heard
I've seen some of the things that they've done.
I need
they
to see
removed
it.
some of the cheese
Right.
from it. Stallone did. Again, look at all the. Not only in those movies was Stallone getting into near pass out, ripped up shape to be in the movies, he was also writing and directing.
But like for me,
massive accomplishment.
When did that come out? 87, 88, 89, something like that?
Around that time.
It was, and they catered that movie to me. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
to some 13,
It was
14,
a big hit.
15-year-old
Yeah.
kid. Yeah.
But I think the one like Rocky 3, Clubber Lang, and then it kind of leaves the planet for a while with Rocky 4, and then Rocky 5 tried to be, really, down to earth.
They've tried to dial it back too much.
And that's where they made Rocky just completely brain dead.
I guess Rocky Balboa was the movie that Rocky 5 was actually trying to be.
Exactly.
It was just terrible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So is Creed in this franchise?
Creed is in this franchise, but
Okay.
let's move on
All
to
right.
this. Mike Cielski's column of the best and worst Philly sports movies of all time. Number 9, he puts down as Invincible as one of the best.
It's a good movie.
Franchises. Yeah, it is a good movie.
I think
there are things I liked about it and other things that didn't touch too well.
that
with
are
me.
cheesy and hokey but it captures, I think, the spirit of the Philadelphia sports fan. I think it's telling that there's really no victory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not. Well,
Right.
no. The victory was
You played really well.
he picked up a fumble and took it in for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Or he had a strip sack or something like that.
You did a good thing there.
I think they got 3 wins
but-
that season, case or something. Like it's not-
Ladies and gentlemen, a player just did something good.
they didn't win the Super Bowl. They didn't win a playoff game. They won a game.
He won a game.
But he was a nobody.
Yeah.
who
That's
was
the
able
story.
who was able to make a difference in a game.
And his-
he got a couple of years out of a career out of it.
Totally,
So,
yeah.
And his friends and the bar and his kind of these things. Elizabeth Banks,
Yeah.
the girl who she was a Giants fan. Remember, she's from she didn't. And they thought we were going to get together, but they got together. It was very good.
Thank you.
We
Mark.
met a kid yesterday named Holden, and Holden is the son of one of the stars of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Gosh, what was the guy's name?
Greg Kinnear.
No.
Stink Fisher.
Stink Fisher, that's
Yeah.
it. So we met Stink Fisher's boy Holden yesterday.
Yeah,
And speaking of Greg
Subaru.
Kinnear, he was good as Vermeil.
He was.
He was.
Yeah, yeah.
It was really good. So Invincible, yeah, that's a good movie. All right, this one I never saw. Warrior.
Yes.
He has his number 8.
That is a really good movie. That's one of the first times I saw Tom Hardy.
Oh, that's the MMA movie?
The MMA movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
2 brothers, one from Philadelphia, one from Pittsburgh, battle in a mixed martial arts tournament, and in doing so learn how to love each other and come to terms with their family, turmoil, and the darkest mistakes and moments of their past.
It's not a bad movie by any stretch. It's a good movie. It's engaging.
It just wraps up a little bit too quick. I actually just for the first time maybe a month or 2 months ago.
They
And I-
should 6 jars of farts.
Well, I just thought it just sort of wrapped up too tidily and too nice and very quickly.
Agreed. Here's the deal. Do you guys agree with this in general? Give me enough of what a good sports triumph movie should have, and I'll play along through the cheesy, hokey stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so, and Warriors did that.
And
Yep.
what this movie, so now that we have all these streaming things, so this movie just wrapped up too quickly because they only did it in a 2 hour
They were supposed to go
span.
into space.
No, but they did it in had 2 hours to
Right.
get this
Yep.
whole story together. And now with all these streaming platforms, you can give it the treatment that it perhaps
It's
needs.
basically what Frank Grillo's series did.
Yeah.
there was-
Tomorrow is going to be helming the Thursday night kickoff party. It's in Center City this week. So every Thursday night, your chance to win some Eagles tickets. Where are you going to be, Marissa?
So Top Tomato is right in Midtown Village, which I'm super excited. That's a great place. I think it's right on 12th and Sansom in that
Close.
area.
11th and Sansom.
Ah,
Yeah.
One block off. Yes, we're hanging out. We have those awesome Kelly Green T-shirts from Bud Light that we'll be giving away, and a pair of tickets to the Eagles-Chargers game. And then, Nick, there was a surprise at your appearance last week, which I think we're going to try to do every week.
Yeah.
So do you want to reveal it?
We brought BirdBot out, and it was such a hit. And Marissa, I know you've been like trying to find a really cool activation, and for any of these events, BirdBot is it. It's
BirdBot's a superstar.
BirdBot is a star, and just everybody want to get a picture. So Marissa will be there tomorrow night, but so will BirdBot.
Yeah.
And $4 Bud Light cans and drafts and all that stuff happening. So that is tomorrow night, 7 to 9. Make sure that you join Marissa, and you can get signed up to win tickets. Pretty sweet deal. Yeah, we love it during football season that takes place. All right, speaking of loving things, our program director, Chuck D'Amico, has a favorite segment that we do on the show from time to time. It is one that we don't do very often at all, maybe a handful of times throughout the year.
I mean, with Chuck, we usually hear about the segments that he hates, but this one he's a big fan of.
Yeah, so we are going to play, or it's not really play. We're gonna give to you Stack O Topics. Yes. And when did the girl from Ipanema?
I have no idea. I was like, do we have a theme song for this?
Well,
And I love
Stack
this
of
song.
Topics,
Yeah.
girl from Ipanema, it makes sense.
Yeah, so Stack O Topics. And instead of reaching in and finding a random topic to share with you, we are going to share with you. Chuck from time to time comes up to me and says, like, hey, I got something for Stack O Topics. I'm like, okay, what is it? And his most recent one is, why does that hurt?
Right.
So that's the topic for right now.
Yeah, because he woke up that morning and for some reason he had an intense pain in the bottom of his foot.
Right.
And he's like, I don't know why that happened. There was no trauma. I didn't do anything to it. I just woke up and this hurt.
So we promised we'd take it out for a spin.
Yeah.
And see what we got.
I actually had a moment last night, which was,
Really?
why does that hurt? But with enough, I was lying in bed.
Okay.
I was trying to get some sleep, and I had a mystery pain. I'm like, man, this is going to keep me awake. Are you kidding me? And why does that hurt? And I actually figured out why it hurt.
Oh, okay. So what was it?
So
What did you figure out?
it was my right forearm, and I had a pain, and it was like, I'm like, great. Oh, it's the old man's getting arthritis. Here we go. The mystery pain starts to happen.
Right.
Here it is.
Here, eat your soup, Daddy.
Yeah, and I'm laying there. I'm like, because I couldn't think of anything. One thing, I'm like, I was borderline inactive yesterday. Outside of when we went to Campbell's Soup yesterday for his appearance, which we'll talk about later on. And I'm like, it couldn't be anything. What is it? And I'm laying there, and it hurt so bad that it was keeping me awake. And I took some Tylenol, and I figured it out. Okay, so yesterday our grass was cut, and sometimes there are clumps of clippings that lay in the yard, and sometimes they're big clumps, and they can kill the grass if it stays there and covers up the sun.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I was out chipping golf balls in my backyard, as I do.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, I'm going to take the golf club and I'm going to clean up all these clumps of clippings.
Clumps of clippings with the golf club.
So I went around and I'm just swinging this golf club like crazy, just with one arm, with my one hand, like this. And I'm like using it almost as like a broom.
Like a foil.
And I did it a lot. And I'm like, that's why.
There you go.
I figured it
So
out.
you diagnosed your issue. Is it still lingering now?
No, it's not too bad today.
Okay,
it was just
all right.
last night. So
Just last night.
I'm way better. But I was thinking, this is the beginning of the end.
Yes.
How
How many times do you get
mystery
those?
pain?
You get those all the time now.
Yeah.
I got in my head yesterday because of a pain in my head, and I was fairly convinced I had brain cancer.
Yeah.
And it was the left temple, and it was just a searing pain, and it happened like 3 times. And I have no idea what caused it. I did not diagnose it, Preston. I was not hitting globs of cops with my golf club or anything.
Globs of cops.
But I was just.
I think you probably had 24-hour brain cancer.
Probably, yeah. I think it cleared up last night, Steve, which
My
is
brain
good.
cancer's gone.
But I
It
was
just 24-hour brain cancer.
I was watching the Phils game last night, and I was like, oh, I haven't felt the brain cancer in a little while. Maybe it's not there anymore. It's just one of and it was just annoying, and it was a sharp pain, and then it went away, and it hasn't happened since.
Okay, well that's good.
So there's certain pains that just arise that are I slept on this wrong, or I did this. And then there are ones that have you reach over to the other part of your body to see if you have a matching, if you touch that area, if it's sensitive.
Is it symmetrical?
Self-diagnosing. But yeah.
I get, here's something that it's not a pain.
No. Is it a discharge?
It's an itch.
Okay.
It's an itch. It is in my left foot pinky toe.
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute?
And
How often?
not that often, but it is annoying because I will scratch it and get no satisfaction out of it.
You can't get no satisfaction.
I can't get no satisfaction. Anytime you scratch an itch, there's some sort of relief, satisfaction, whatever it is. And like it doesn't go away. And so immediately I'm like, oh, well, that's neuropathy. Here I go.
I've got brain cancer.
It's the beginning of my brain cancer. It's my brain cancer in my pinky toe.
It always starts in the pinky toe.
What's that thing on your foot?
Brain cancer.
Brain cancer.
It hasn't made its way to my brain yet.
Yeah.
And why, when you have an itch on your back and somebody is scratching it, like when they get to it, it moves? Do you know what I'm saying?
Casey, that's brain cancer.
Oh no!
When you're trying to get someone to, and here's the annoying part about having someone scratch your back for you, like, dude, can you get this spot right here? and you start to move, and they move with you.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
Don't
like it.
I will move. You can keep your hand in the position where it is. In the universe, and don't move it, and I will move my back to get to where it needs to be itched. But I know what you mean. It's tough to get that specific spot, Casey. I think that's what it is.
When you did your ASMR, what's her name again?
Tactile touching. From Eve, I forgot.
Right, but she moves around like a regular masseuse would and scratches, right? Light scratch, light touching.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Right.
Yeah. So when I am the scratcher for somebody's itch, I try and do the biggest surface area that I possibly can, just because I know.
With a tractor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, do you ask Diane for a back scratch now and then? Do you?
Yeah, every now and then. Yeah. I haven't had one in a little while.
Do you have the thing, and this is something that, and this doesn't constitute a pain, and it doesn't constitute anything that's that strange. I think, Nick, you and I have talked about this. Why do you ever get into the shower and with the hot water?
Oh yeah, we've
talked about this, yes?
Especially in the wintertime. Stephen, I'm fairly certain a dermatologist said don't do this.
I can't stop.
What are you guys talking about?
So you get in the winter, like if you have dry skin or itchy skin or painful skin, especially in the wintertime, and it might be because of eczema or whatever. Getting into the shower and making it extra hot, or washing your hands with extra hot water. It's a pain that's caused as a result of it, but it's one of those like relieving pains. It's almost like it hurts so good.
It's like a back scratching, like you hit the right spot.
I don't understand.
So if you take, I'll have a spot like on my back, or like maybe on my thigh or whatever, where when I spray the very hot water, it almost feels like it's being scratched.
I get excessively dry skin on my hands in the wintertime, like really bad. And Preston, I know you have the lotion here, and I started doing that as well. So it's gotten better over the last couple of winters. But prior to that, I would wash my hands because it would be so itchy. The pain would sort of outweigh the itch. So the itch would be relieved because it hurt.
I've never had that experience before.
Yeah, and it's not good for you, but I would do it because it was like a way to get rid of the itch.
Can't stop, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Mystery pains, they happen. Sometimes
but now they think
they come and go.
Now you can be confident that it's brain cancer.
It is definitely cancer of your brain. So
wherever it is.
All right. Anybody else want to jump in on why does that hurt, or do we move on to another topic?
But Chuck can't say that we didn't take his topic out for a spin.
Well, listen, I mean, my neck has been bothering me for a month now.
Do you need it?
No, I probably need it. But there was no trauma to it. And the only thing I could think of is like I went for a couple of bike rides, and maybe me being hunched over had something to do with it. Yeah, but I was like, I didn't do anything to it. Like, I just woke up and I have this pain going down my arm.
How many hours do you spend
pleasuring myself
on the phone?
Yeah. It's not that.
Okay, because that is a hunched over position that you're in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyhow, and by the way, at any point during Stacko Topics, if you want to jump in, 610-660-9333 is a number. You can either call or text.
So did we tell Chuck his topic was a success? Or
it was okay.
It was okay.
We'll give it a B.
Okay. He had told it to me the other day, and I was like, I didn't write it down. I was like, it wasn't.
And he saw that you didn't write it down.
I know.
He knows what that meant.
He knew. But we took it out.
He's our boss.
We took it out for a spin.
So who's going to pull next?
I'm going to have Casey do it because he's sitting right next to me.
I don't like it.
I think we used to have a theme.
I thought we did too.
We
but I
had
can't
something.
remember
It
what
was not Girl from Ipanema. I know that.
That is not a stack of topics theme. That is an on the beach drinking out of a coconut.
I think
theme.
I got it.
No,
Stack of friggin' topics. Stack of friggin' topics.
Is that what you're saying? What were you saying?
This is Stack of Topics. It works either way.
Okay.
All right.
I like using Aqualung.
All right. That's cool. All right.
All right, Casey.
Marissa, make a note that we're using Aqualung.
Let the
All
record show Aqualung is the Stack O Topics
Okay.
theme song. All right, what is it, Case?
This says, I was broken up with at ...
I was broken up with at ... That
Yes.
place has closed down.
No, that's not the name of the place. Oh. So you were broken up at, and whatever it is a for whatever reason the place you were broken up at a concert, at a sporting event.
Have you ever had
someone's wedding?
Yes.
Or some kind of weird thing. Nick does. He's got his hand up.
At the dunes, Dewey Beach, at sunset, when I thought it was a nice romantic moment.
Wow.
Turns out it's over.
Wow.
Yeah, this was a girl that I had a real crush. I was really into her. She was not really into me. I was 22, 23, something like that. And here's why. I'll give her credit. It was a really good breakup. She was very direct with me. She didn't mess around and or lead me on or anything like that. She was like, and she was right. You don't really have any direction in your life. And she was looking for somebody who was career minded and had wanted to knew what they wanted to do with their professional career. I did not at that point in my life, and so she was straight with me, which I appreciated. But man, at that moment when I thought we're going to make out and maybe go do some other stuff in the hot tub, nope. We're done.
So, were you arranging a romantic evening, or did you just
I thought we're taking a walk on the beach, Steve. I thought we're going to go have a couple drinks, go to the bar, take a walk on the beach, and that was it.
No inclination that things were headed south?
No, because earlier in the week, things had been going quite well, or at least in my mind had been going quite well.
Yeah.
And it turns out they were not at all.
You'll see. One day Eddie Vedder will shout me out from the stage. Yeah, right.
And again, it was a good breakup. It was just not one that I expected. And yes, I remember exactly where we were on the beach in Dewey.
Wow,
and I was like,
man.
man, this is not a good feeling.
That's a complete 180.
Yeah.
I have never been
Nobody's ever broken up with you?
Well, there's been
Mutuals?
sort of, but like more of a, it's probably time to not be together. And all those times have occurred at either my home or the person's home, so not in public. I think, is there a mindset that says, I think it seems like a real reckless mindset, better to break up in public.
Safe.
Well, you feel like it's going to be safe because the other person's not going to make a scene, and they
That's
might.
a gamble.
Well, it's a gamble because you might upset that person, and now they're crying in the middle of this public place. The only time I've ever been clean break broken up with, I was in 9th grade, and I was standing in my kitchen, and my buddy Jeff called me on behalf of my now ex-girlfriend and said, "Hey,
I really think Harry Long is hot."
he said, "Hey, Carolyn doesn't want to go out with you anymore." And I said, "Okay. Do you want to play capture?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then I hung up the phone, and then I just cried. I was like,
She called him into duty to break up.
Listen, she was in 8th grade. You know what I mean? Like that. So I don't blame her. And she listens. She lives in Indianapolis. Carolyn, if you're listening right now, no hard feelings, girl.
I want you back, baby.
No, I don't.
I want you back in my life.
This 8th grade ended too quickly.
So you were in 9th grade and she was 8th grade?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
But that's the thing. Like we started dating. Shut up. We were in grade school so I was in 8th grade and she was in 7th grade when we started dating, and then early on into my freshman year, we dated for 9 months, which is basically like 20 years.
That is like a 20-year marriage in school.
Yeah, you guys went the distance.
Yeah.
In school terms.
You didn't end up in the yearbook as a couple, did you?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't anything like that.
Preston, here's a good one over text. Right
got broken up with in Mexico at a destination wedding. The day of said wedding, we were guests, not the celebrated couple. But yeah, so you went, that would be really, really hard. Being broken up with while you have traveled and you're stuck with that person for X amount of days or however long.
Yes.
And then you've got to...
and ostensibly travel back.
And you've got to deal with that. That would be very, very hard. I didn't have a story to share myself when I wrote down this topic. I was thinking of it, but...
Have you, when in breakups, have you been more often the one to institute the breakup?
Official breaking up...
Mine have always been like a decaying orbit.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like a fadeaway.
Right. So I've really never had the conclusive ring the curtain down, it's over.
Yeah. Because I've only had a handful of steady, what I would consider to be a full relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean? And those ended either, I remember someone broke up with me, and then another one broke up with me.
And then another one.
But a lot of them ended up just kind of like fading away.
I got an F on this paper. We're going to have to break up. Because you wrote it for me.
Let me go to I have Megan joining us. Hi, Megan. You're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Great, Megan. Okay, so the topic in Stacko Topics is I was broken up with at blank. What is your story?
It was Heritage Diner in Franconia, and it was my 17th birthday, and he gave me a Bible for my birthday and then broke up with me because I was Catholic and he was Christian, and I was not going to be saved. So
wow,
he gave you a Bible, and you were ending or heading into Carrie mom territory.
Yeah, he did you a favor. Yeah.
And Megan, how old are you now?
46.
46.
Okay.
So it was a long time ago. Any idea what that guy's up to?
He is a pastor.
Yeah, there you go.
But imagine
you went the distance.
Getting a Bible on your birthday.
No,
at
18 and at a
I was 17.
diner.
17.
Oh, 19.
Okay,
man. All right, so that's unique.
So
it was something. So I won't go to that diner anymore.
I was going to ask if you're still in that area and if you ever go back to the diner or not.
Too many bad memories.
Yeah, my family will say they're going, and I refuse to go.
That's the Bible diner.
Thanks. Yeah, it can scar certain places for certain people if you.
I've seen breakup.
Broken up.
I saw a breakup occur in a restaurant.
Really?
Oh, and it got heated. Oh yeah.
Anybody stand up and throw a drink or anything like that?
Stormed out though. Stormed out.
Yep, that can absolutely happen. So, all right. So that one was just okay. We'll move on to another topic. All right.
All right.
But you remember
It's the stack of topics. All right.
Topics from places you'd never guess.
All right, let me fan out the Stacko Topics. These are things that I just write down from time to time that I don't think will fuel a full, 30, 40-minute conversation.
Stop and think about it, though, Preston. Like Golden Slumbers, the Beatles song, all of that. Those are little pieces of songs.
I mean, Abbey Road's a masterpiece.
Right.
And the whole album is made up of stuff like
just
that.
Just pieced together. So I'm basically saying this segment is a masterpiece.
It's the Abbey Road of the Preston and Steve material.
You'll come to cherish this.
Nick.
Yeah.
Pick a Stacko Topics. Right. Pick from there.
Fragrant stack of topics.
I'll read it. Okay.
What does it say?
What item do you repurpose after its intended use is over? For example, a toothbrush that you've no longer using for brushing your teeth and you're using it to clean something else.
Oh, okay.
Repurpose a product for another use. Which would be implied.
And why I thought of that is because we literally have a toothbrush at our kitchen sink, and we will use that to get into small little areas that you need to clean.
That's smart.
Yeah, so
I use an old rectal thermometer as a toothbrush.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you pick your teeth with that thing.
Where'd you learn that trick? I'm like 50 years old.
That's actually good.
That's really good.
Rochelle.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people will use old socks to clean with.
Yes. Yeah.
Old athletic socks. You just put it all over your hand all the way, and you can use that to dust.
I'm trying to think what I might use for...
We will need text on this, 610-660-9333, or of course you can call. And what you're, a lot of the stuff you learn from your parents, they would repurpose things.
When I am done using a rally towel to rally, I use it to clean. So that just oftentimes, people toss them or, I don't know what they do with them or whatever, but those become the cleaning rags in the house, especially fill these rally towels. However, Some of them are better as like chamois, and some are better as like absorbent towels.
You can shimmy while you chamois.
That's right.
And by the way, the Rally towel, I've never really stopped to think about that the intended purpose. I mean, it's manufactured, it's made as a promotional item, but it's actually a functional
towel. Yes,
you can use it.
Some towels are better than others, however.
Oh my God, yes.
And really, the ones that are not absorbent, I don't care for those as Rally towels.
Really not a Stacko Topics topic, but why do brand new towels suck?
I don't know.
You know,
I don't know. You know what, though? I'll tell you this. What I found very disappointing, the ShamWows, the chamois towels that were all the rage for a while. I didn't think they were that absorbent.
By the way, here's another offshoot Stacko topic. What's the oldest towel you have?
Oh, man.
Because I have towels that are 30 years old.
Wow.
That we've never gotten rid of, and they're holding up. And some of them, there's a couple that I saw the other day, like one that's got like Dash from The Incredibles on it. And I'm like, clearly this is from when the children were first born.
Mine has Eisenhower on it.
It's falling apart. But I just don't want to throw it away.
My wife cycles out the old towels pretty effectively. So they go off to. What she tells me is that they go to this farm where they can run around with other towels.
Oh,
I think she's just getting rid of them.
I have a sentimental attachment to old towels. I really
Old
do.
Brown was one of my favorite towels. And
Old Brown?
Old Brown. It was absorbent. Yes, there were a few threads.
Yeah.
There's one towel that I despise. And this towel, for some reason, after I dry myself with it, it feels like I have little hairs on my face. I know we have 8 cats. I get it. But this is a freshly cleaned. My wife rolls the towels. So she doesn't like fold them into like a square.
Yeah.
They're rolled. And whenever I dry with this towel, I get that like almost like spider web, very fine hair feeling on my face. And I hate it.
You hate it.
I miss Old Brown.
All right, I have a number of texts coming in. Here somebody says toilet paper roll as cat toys and treat dispensers.
Yeah.
I just moved the kitchen dish sponge to the bathroom to become the bathroom cleaning sponge. Here's one. We use the baseball cap ice cream cups that you get at Citizens Bank Park to scoop dog food with.
We would use, old plastic cups that we would get at the ballpark and use those for dog food. Like if you get, keepsake cup or whatever at the ballpark, we would use those as dog food scoopers.
Somebody says we use running shoes become around shoes, which then become cut the grass shoes.
Yeah. Well, so I recently my cut the grass shoes. I had a recent graduation where I took the old ones and then I threw those away and I have brand new cutting the grass shoes.
Here's another one. Grocery bags are trash liners for bathroom garbage cans. I do that.
Yes, absolutely.
And also use those to scoop up dog poopies.
Yep, that's good too. Old style metal coffee cans, random screws, nuts, bolts. That's an old one. This one just says mayonnaise.
I think they also meant mayonnaise jars for the nuts and bolts.
Mayonnaise! Okay. My husband just says mayonnaise now. Honey, how are you? Mayonnaise!
Old and clean socks work as great free dog toys when you knot them. I use empty peanut butter containers to store small items in my garage. My dad used old toothbrush to clean the hair out of his razor when shaving. That's not a bad idea.
Wait, what does he use to clean up the old hair?
Toothbrush.
Huh.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Using an old toothbrush to help scrub stains out of baseball pants. Is something. So you can use those in cleaning for getting stains.
Where are my
too.
baseball pants? Mayonnaise.
I've heard this before, using dryer lint to start fires, like campfires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Does that release any sort of toxin or anything?
Probably. Yeah. You can get break cancer.
They'll start a fire in your dryer very effectively.
Somebody says rubber bands from veggies. We never buy rubber bands.
I do that.
Do you really?
There's a drawer it's the junk drawer, and the rubber bands from the grocery store go into that junk drawer, so we don't ever buy rubber bands because we get them from the grocery store.
All right. Old socks for dry erase. Let's see. How about now we're getting just tons of stuff here.
I like some of these.
Yeah, these are good ideas. Toothbrush to clean shoes. So I guess they're toothbrushes you can use for a lot of stuff. We use Johnson popcorn buckets for storage. Old towels become rags for cleaning cars. So yeah, loads of stuff.
We have we've taken regular storage bins, plastic storage bins that are kind of deep, and we will take the one of those hot knives that cuts through the plastic, and turn those into cat boxes.
Hey, Press, if you've ever brined a turkey, what do you put that in? The turkey?
You can buy bags.
Okay, because I get the Home Depot 5-gallon buckets.
Yep.
And I have one of those, and that's my turkey browning bucket.
Yep, that'll work too.
Yeah.
Where's my turkey browning bucket?
Case, how are we doing on time?
We got if we can do a small one, or we can stretch this one out.
Go to a new one.
Let's go to a small one here. Frickin' stack of topics.
Sitting on the
Topics. We're looking for one that's not very long. All right.
Reach in there.
Do for the middle of the deck here. Come on, give me a winner. Sorry, for Christ's sake, this one is not separating. There we go.
All right. He's got a topic.
What is the silliest fear you have?
Oh, my God.
What is the silliest fear you have?
Like being afraid of like an ant or something that's
like a ladybug or
brain cancer
or
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. That guy was jumping in early.
Well, he ate too much mayonnaise.
It could be something like
you know what? I
mayonnaise.
got. All right, so this is a fear of mine, but it doesn't deter me from doing so. I have a fear of choking to death while I'm driving.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like eating in the car, there's nobody around to give me a Heimlich or anything along those lines. So, and not only just when I'm driving, but if you're just like eating by yourself, like if you've ever kind of like choked on something, you're like, oh my God, there's nobody here.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
I've had some issues with swallowing lately. I even gotten checked out for it, but every now and then, you know what I choke on is rice. Like if I'm eating rice for whatever reason. Yeah.
You would think that'd be more of a fine...
Well, it is, but it's a lot of small pieces so that some can... Now, I'm not going to die from choking on rice, I don't think.
Did you have the same thing with popcorn too?
No, that gets stuck in my teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had achalasia, which was the failure of the esophagus to help in the swallowing process. So occasionally that is a fear if you're by yourself and you get something that's been taken care of, though, thanks to the fine folks at Penn Medicine.
Have you seen that the suction device?
Yes.
You can use?
Yeah, should I have that in my car door?
You should keep that in your car, maybe, if it's a legit fear of yours.
Permanently affix it to your steering wheel.
Okay.
Right?
It's right there. Don't ever have to look for it, you know? So
somebody said on the text board, walking over storm grates every time. This is a random one. Page from Cherry Hill says, dolphins terrify me.
Listen, when you're in the water...
silly fear.
Yeah.
Well, you're afraid if the grate opens up in the sidewalk, you'll fall down into water with a dolphin.
Yeah.
Right. Dolphins I've swam with the dolphins.
Yeah.
I love them. I think they're amazing. But there's this large thing in the water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
they're in charge.
Oh, this is a random one. A fear of wearing anything blue due to a very vivid recurring nightmare.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is a 302 number from Delaware. That's an odd fear.
I don't like going to the bathroom in an airplane. I will do it on a very, very rare occasion when I had to fly back from Italy.
Even peepees?
Even peepees. Because I had a dream that I was in an airplane bathroom and it started to go down and I, hit the
It's like
ceiling.
final defecation.
I absolutely will poop my pants in an airplane before
Final defecation.
before I poop in an airplane bathroom.
Somebody says something laying an egg in my ear while I sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a chicken.
But wait a minute. Going back to the
Final defecation?
bathroom, final defecation. So, Casey, is part of that just having your seatbelt off in general? Like getting up to stand up? Would you be freaked out at that point?
No, I always have my seatbelt on no matter what, unless I have to go to the bathroom. And I think maybe that's not the reason why I like the window seat.
Do you know what I've over the course of years, I used to be a little bit more bathroom shy, and just by sheer necessity, I have no problem. I think I could probably even rock the toilets in Full Metal Jacket without have no barrier between, because it's like at a certain point, forget it.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Here's some other silly fears. Somebody said they have grating my fingers off with a cheese grater.
Wow.
I'm afraid of, somebody said getting swallowed by a sinkhole.
Yeah.
Somebody said praying mantis. Steve, we hate those.
I hate those.
Somebody says Karen the ball snatcher.
Yeah.
They're afraid of her. Why wouldn't you be? Let's see. I have a fear of Nazi ghosts.
That's pretty cool, though. That's Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Let's see. Fear of dying with the song Love Shack stuck in my head. That's a silly fear.
Yeah.
It's the last thing you'll ever remember.
Somebody said that their boss was terrified of marshmallows.
Okay.
That's an odd one.
That is an odd one, and that is the question. That's the topic.
Cave diving, even though I've never been and I have never intend on going.
So there are these videos that are popping up. A lot of them pop up on social media. In case I don't know if you've seen them, you're on a lot.
Yeah.
About these guys who get trapped in these caves and go into these. There's a whole subculture of spelunkers that really gravitate towards the smallest openings.
Yes.
And
Crawling through things.
That's
I'm
crazy.
like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
That's one of the best words ever. Spelunk.
Yeah.
Spelunk.
Yeah.
First time I ever heard it was in Wonder Years.
Really?
Yeah. Him and Kevin
famous-
Arnold and Paul Pfeiffer were
Marilyn
they
Manson?
were drinking for the first time.
Okay.
And they were, like in like a cave somewhere. And Paul was like, we're spelunking.
New topic. First time you heard the word spelunking.
well, the Wonder Years.
Yeah. I think most people would probably call him with that. All right. I've been told we need to take a break because we're going live on Fox Good Day. So this has been Stacko Topics. And this was Stacko Topics. All right. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We'll get the Fox Good Day thing. We have the bizarre file on the way too. And back to school A to Z, of course. Stay with us.
Same thing. He was able to carry it out over a longer run.
Yep.
Number 7 on this list of best Philly sports movies, Creed at number 7. And
Creed's great.
I liked it. I thought it was a really
And Stallone.
Here's what I loved in Creed, and slight spoiler alert on this, but Rocky's retired. He's definitely not fighting anymore. He's training Apollo Creed's son. But in true Rocky form, they find a way to make him train and fight again, but he's fighting cancer.
Yeah.
And they treat it almost like he's training for a boxing match. And I'm like, they did it.
brilliant.
I'm like, they did it. They got Rocky to fight without fighting. He's fighting a battle of cancer. And I'm like, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was
like an analogy.
It was.
Wait, what?
An analogy. That's when you have hay fever.
How do you spell
That's
that?
an allergy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I thought
K-A-T.
I thought it was brilliantly done the way they handled that part of it.
Do you know what it's like in Rocky Balboa, Preston, the conceit that had the video game pairing.
Yeah. How did they make it happen?
Yes,
they did it.
That was really well done.
And they also, in that movie, were able to introduce the word John to the rest of the world.
That is true. She explains it to them, and they start using it in the movie. And then 6 on this list. I like this movie. It's a dark movie. Big fan.
Yeah, oh my God! Yeah, with Patton Oswalt.
With Patton Oswalt.
Casey, you got to watch
tremendous
it.
performance.
It's Casey.
I've seen the beginning of it.
As a football fan and somebody who will spar occasionally with Giants fans, you'll love the dynamic between those guys.
Only a little part of it takes place in Philly.
Yeah.
But he has a spat with a guy from Philadelphia Phil is what he calls himself, and that's
Rappaport.
Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
And it's a dark look at somebody who really takes their fandom too far.
It's gotten away from them.
Too seriously.
It impacts their life to a ridiculous amount. But Patton Oswalt, I was like, that's my first time seeing him in like a dramatic turn.
Yeah.
I was like, he was really good in it. But yeah, Casey,
I'll give it a go.
It's a good movie, and it's an interesting dynamic. I don't want to give it away, but he gets put in a strange position where his unquote fandom takes over.
Yes.
You'll have to see it.
Plus, there's a radio element to it as well.
Yeah.
So, like, dealing with sports radio and what they have to deal with, those guys down the hall, like on a daily basis, is an interesting dynamic as well.
But then also, the thing is, the radio callers, they start to become like their own character, right?
Yep. Uh-huh.
They have their own nicknames that they've given themselves, and so they play into it as well. So,
All right, here's one I'm not familiar with. It's called The Last Game.
I saw it on the list as well. I'd heard the title. I've never seen it.
All right, so Kathy, this will be interesting to you because it's in Bucks County. He said it's a personal favorite. This documentary by a pair of independent filmmakers chronicles 1999 Central Bucks High School West football season.
Oh, yeah.
The final season in the storied career of Mike Pettin.
Yeah, Mike Pettin. So that guy had this long storied career.
Okay.
Coaching, was at CB West. And as a matter of fact, my brother's, when he played for Cardinal O'Hara, played against his team.
I think there was a lot of indication of steroid use and stuff like that, right? Is that what this documentary is, or no?
I'll read you the description. It says, from CB West rivalry with North Penn, coached at the time by Mike Pettin Jr., to the Bucks' dramatic run to a third consecutive state championship. The story had plenty of natural drama and intriguing storylines, and anyone familiar with the history of Doylestown and or CB West football, under Pettin, the Bucks were arguably the top program in the country and can attest to the film's accuracy.
Okay, so maybe that's not it.
He didn't explain that in this.
Didn't delve into that.
He did not delve. Thank you. All right, so I don't know if you consider this a sports movie or not, but number 4 is Silver Linings Playbook.
I could see where you could in a way because it's so essential to De Niro's character, and it's a prominent character in the movie, and also, Bradley Cooper. Is it technically?
No, unless you consider the dance competition to be a sport as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're constantly the movie revolves around watching the games and the betting
and
that's taking
superstition.
place. Yeah, and
the rituals,
superstition as well. And you know what, man? I know it won all the awards and people loved it. I didn't really like it a whole lot.
So how many stars out of 4 would you give it?
Like,
you can do half stars if you.
Yeah, maybe like 2.5, and that's just on a personal thing.
I
didn't love the characters, but some people, like my buddy's daughter, it is like her all-time favorite movie.
So for 3 stars, enjoyable. I like their romance. The flawed characters, and that's it. I it wasn't as massive as it was depicted as, but a good movie.
But it struck a chord with a lot of people.
Was it up for like Oscars? And
yes.
stuff? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she Jennifer Lawrence won an Oscar.
I couldn't remember.
Best supporting actress, right?
I believe
Didn't
so.
She win for that. Yeah,
Actress in a leading role.
Leading role. Yeah, that's right. That wasn't a supporting role.
It was nominated for Best Picture and Best Actor for Bradley Cooper, Best Supporting Actor, De Niro. So, a lot of nominations.
Okay. If we're leaving anything out, please feel free to give us a call. All right, 215-263-WMMR. These are the best Philly sports movies. This is Mike Cielski, columnist, who wrote this article. Number 3 on this list, strange movie, Foxcatcher.
DuPont.
Yeah. And I know they take a little bit of license with the actual story in it. But Steve Carell is just like gross.
He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
He is that. He's nutty. He goes to the top. But it's a
you don't recognize Carell too, by the. I mean, the prosthesis or whatever he's wearing.
Yep. And what's his name? Who plays the
Channing
wrestler?
Tatum?
No.
Anthony Michael Hall?
No.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. He got really beefed up in that role.
Yeah.
He's hard to recognize, but. It's a messed up story, and that whole John DuPont going off the rails, mental illness thing,
wrestlers in the walls.
Yeah. It's crazy, and it's kind of hard to watch. But another dramatic role that you're not used to seeing Steve Carell in. Number 2, speaking of wrestling, The Wrestler.
Yeah.
He considers that a Philadelphia sports movie.
So it's taking place in proximity? Is it? I didn't make the connection that it's...
They end up in Atlantic City at one point, right?
Right.
Yes.
I think.
When he reunites with his daughter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it a Philly movie, though.
Me either, but I guess it's
a great movie.
Maybe that last match takes place in Philadelphia region. I don't remember.
The one thing you can't argue is that from beginning to end, it is so funny.
It's hilarious. No, it is a brilliant movie.
It's heart-wrenching.
And it's tough. It's tough to watch. A lot of heartbreaks in that movie. But
and you understand why he won the Oscar.
Yeah. Number one on this list is Rocky.
Yes,
of course. Yeah. So he puts that in as the great, and I agree.
And the way it should be.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, I think he really made a mistake by leaving Rocky Balboa off of here.
Oh, my God. That's more than Silver Linings Play. I know you go to the Rocky well a lot with these things because, that is the most famous sports movie to come out of this city.
Is that the best Philadelphia movie? Is it better than Philadelphia? Is it better than...
The boxing scene in Philadelphia is not as good because he's so sick.
Is it better than The Sixth Sense?
He didn't stand a chance.
No. Why did it even make that match?
I think it's the greatest Philadelphia movie ever.
Okay.
Or it's the one that I immediately think of. But
even over the Philadelphia Experiment?
But what did you mention?
Sixth Sense, Philadelphia.
Sixth Sense. Pretty
Unbreakable is a Philadelphia movie.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another topic for another time.
That's a tough call. Wow, interesting. All right, let me ask you this. Speaking of topics, and this is one to bring up out of nowhere. What is the Philadelphia sports movie yet to be made? What story? What story is out there that would make for a good movie?
I know one.
And you can't just say the Eagles Super Bowl because a team wins the Super Bowl every year. It's got to have something.
Rob Zombie's
beyond that. So I figured we'd get right back into things. We'll return to the Back to School A to Z in a moment. Do we have time for traffic? Do we know?
Yeah, just do it.
What's that?
Just do it.
All right, we're going to take a look at traffic. What's going on, Marissa?
Sure.
It's like Nike.
We're jammed up on the Blue Route northbound 95 to the Media Bypass, Vine Street Expressway from 8th to Schuylkill Expressway, Schuylkill. Eastbound from the Boulevard to Vine, westbound from the Boulevard out to Gladwin, 95 southbound between the bridge and Allegheny Avenue. And then Swamp Road in both directions in Bucks County is closed for an accident with an overturned dump truck. This traffic report is brought to you by your local Can-Am dealer. Right now through October 31st, take advantage of the Can-Am factory sales on select 2025 Can-Am side-by-side or ATV vehicles. Conditions apply. Visit your local Can-Am dealer for details. And enter traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
All right, thank you, Marissa. Perfect timing because we've got about 10 seconds and we will hear actually less than 10 seconds. Here we go on Fox. Good day. Mike and Karen today.
Oh, Preston and Steve, we have a question for you again this week.
Yay.
Hello.
Karen is with me today.
Hey, Karen.
Hi, guys.
If you invite somebody to go out and do something, hey, let's all meet up for whatever. How many times will you invite them when they don't want to go before you stop inviting them? Steve, what would it be?
I have a low bar for that because I don't want to drag someone out. So I'd probably say 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Because and I'm pretty good at reading the room. So that would be my I think that's probably about right.
Yeah, 3 seems to be okay, message
3.
received.
Yeah.
On my part. And I've been on the other end of it too, where I've said no a few times and hoping that they'll understand that I just, probably not.
Well, I would have no social life were it not for my wife. I never institute any social gatherings or anything of that nature. But the best thing in the world is if you're invited to something and you don't really want to go, but they cancel ahead of you so that it's like you get...
Oh, it's the best.
You get like a freebie.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you can actually sort of act
But then you text back, oh, I'm so disappointed.
Yeah. Really looking forward to that.
But you don't push too hard for fear that they can adapt their plans and make it actually happen.
Yeah.
So you don't want that.
Oh, God, yes.
I feel like it happens when you're young, when everybody goes out, and it's one of those where, like, maybe you have plans for something else, but you don't want to miss out on the group activity. So sometimes, like, you say no, but you're like, I'm saying no now, but make sure you invite me again because I do really want to go. It's the flip side of that because you don't want to lose the invitations because you're like, gosh, I said no too many times and now I'm cut out of the group.
Do you know what, Karen? I think you have to remind yourself that all those times you say, I don't really want to go, sometimes you'll go and have a great time, but you won't know that you have the potential to have a great time if you don't go and try.
Yeah.
So,
I've known a guy, his name is Steve. I've known him for 20 years. He continues to invite me to things over a 20-year period. I have never gone because I don't want to hang out with him.
Wow.
That's it. That's just it. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
But he won't stop.
Have you flat out said that?
Listen, I don't like you.
I don't like you.
Well, he might get the picture now if he's watching or listening. You're like, wait a second, my name's Steven. He never goes out with me.
Yeah.
And it's not the Steve we're looking at right now.
No.
I would go to anything.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We got our square dancing lessons this Thursday.
Oh, we could square dance and go to IHOP in our outfits.
It'd be great.
Then clogging afterwards. And there's a crocheting convention nearby.
Wow.
Perfect.
Thank you, fellas. We had a short amount of time.
All right, take care, guys. We'll see you later. Yeah, no, that's a thing. That definitely happens from time to time. And you don't want to outright say no. You know what I mean?
I end up being homebody-ish, and so a lot of times I'll invite people over to the house or whatever, but I also know that I don't ever want to be perceived. Sometimes somebody will feel out of an obligation. It doesn't mean they don't like me or that it's just like sometimes it's a tall ask.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that weird?
No.
Are you more inclined to go out, to be excited to go out to some place, or to have people over to the house or socialize that way?
It depends, man. I like with really good friends, I want them to come over.
Yeah.
But with more acquaintances, it's usually let's go out somewhere.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let's go to Risque.
Yeah, let's go to Club Risque. It's been a while. We're having Alexis Texas on sometime soon, aren't we? Sometime.
Next week?
Yeah, something like that. All right. Well, anyway. So real quick before we get into the B file, I had a shout out and a butt plug.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to share this. I got this one. It says, "Hey, Presbo. I'm turning the big 6-0 on Sunday, the 14th. So I'm going to get a big shout out to start my birthday weekend off right. Thanks." That's from Johnny C. in Palmyra, New Jersey. So Johnny, happy birthday to you in advance, bud. I hope you have a great one this weekend.
It's a big cornerstone.
Our good friend Bob Havens checked in and wanted me to give a plug to this, and I'm more than happy to do it. It is a special beef and beer fundraiser coming up for Casey Beckwith. And it says, our dear friend who is bravely fighting stage 4 colon cancer.
Yes.
This journey is not one they walk alone. And with your love and generosity, we can help lighten the burden and lift their spirits. So it's going to be Saturday, and it will be at the Haggerty's Cafe, 2373 McDade Boulevard in Holmes.
My old stomping grounds.
No kidding?
Yeah, I used to go there all the time.
And it is starting at 4 p.m. It is a $50 entry fee, which includes a night of great food, drinks, and amazing company. You can Venmo and purchase the tickets at Dan-Hobson, Hopson. And they're going to 50-50 raffle, tons of incredible gift baskets, fun events and games throughout the evening. And as they said, drink and food. And also you can donate if you want to via that Venmo. And it says, whether you're a longtime friend, family member, or simply someone who believes in the power of community, all are welcome. Your presence, support, and kindness mean the world during this time. So I wanted to pass that along.
That's great. May I jump in with a butt plug here?
Yeah, man.
Philadoptables this is for our friends in Delaware. They're having a dine and donate evening with guest bartenders featuring Dave Cruz, our old friend Dave Cruz, Charlie Max. It is from 6 to 9. That's Thursday, September 11th. That's tomorrow. And it is at the BBC Tavern and Grill, which is 4019 Kennett Pike in Greenville, Delaware. It's just about 10 minutes from Wilmington, 30 minutes from Philly. So watch unskilled people make drinks while raising money for charity. So that tends to mean they overpour.
Yeah.
And it helps homeless animals, and there's raffles and door prizes. And so, yeah, it's a wonderful thing. Again, it's tomorrow night. It is at the BBC Tavern and Grill in Greenville, Delaware. It's benefiting Philadoptables.
Cool. And then one last shout out. This is from Roy Orr. He says, wanted to get a shout out this week, hopefully this week, to an awesome community leader, Ashley Thomas. Ashley's been running our Friends of Hackett block party for the past couple of years. And block party is this Saturday. And Ashley has been busting her butt and deserves a juicy shout out. If anyone gets a chance to send one and maybe come visit us Saturday at Hackett Elementary for the party and give Ashley a shout out in person, that'd be hilarious. Philadelphia Brewing Company beers and all you can eat face painting. Bounce House for $10 donations. It was raffle prizes. Stressful week for Ash, so sending her love and support. Love and appreciate you all. That's from Roy. So here's a start out.
I didn't know what all you could eat face painting was, but
yes, there was no comma.
I'm usually I find it hard to just finish one face.
Yeah,
it says brewing. Philadelphia Brewing Company beers and all you can eat.
Comma.
Right. Face painting.
Got it.
House.
That makes more sense.
All right. Time for the Bizarre File.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by Delco Trim Light. Visit DelcoTrimLight.com. You can schedule an estimate on installation of the coolest permanent programmable holiday lighting system around. So a man in Prince George, British Columbia, was arrested after driving a child-sized pink Barbie Jeep through town on September 5th. Casper Lincoln, wearing aviator sunglasses, was cruising down 15th Avenue in a tiny electric car while his friends walked beside him. He said he got lazy and decided to borrow his roommate's child's toy car instead of walking to get a Slurpee. Witnesses said that he was driving about 3 miles per hour near the curb and appeared to be playing it safe. Police pulled him over after receiving multiple calls and discovered that he had a suspended license and was drunk, which he confirmed. Lincoln was charged with driving under the influence.
So he gets a DUI for that.
And plans to dispute the ticket, though he admits that he didn't know that he was breaking the law by driving a motorized toy on public roads.
That's wild.
They're charging him with that.
I mean, would he have gotten in trouble, let's say, if he was driving on the sidewalk? You know, like you're on the street on that thing.
Or if you're on a bicycle.
Well, you can get a BUI.
Can you?
Yeah.
All right.
A 71-year-old woman, this is horrible, was found brutalized within an inch of her life after being attacked by 10 to 15 dogs, according to investigators in Tennessee. The attack occurred over the weekend at a remote home near Madisonville and sent Mary Norwood to the hospital. Responding deputies found the elderly woman lying down on her porch with multiple deep wounds from dog bites.
Were these her dogs?
No. Witnesses advised that there were approximately 10 to 15 pit bull mixed dogs involved in the attack. Witnesses and other bystanders were able to corral the dogs away from the victim following the attack. The female victim was treated on scene and subsequently transported to the hospital. Police said they charged 4 individuals, 2 men and 2 women, with having animals at large resulting in a serious injury, which is a felony. A woman among the 4 suspects is also facing a count of introducing contraband in a jail and possession of drug paraphernalia. Additional charges are pending against the suspects. They didn't say how severe the damages were.
But she could have died.
10 or 15 dogs attacking, you could easily die. Wow.
And I'm betting that contraband thing involves the cooch.
A Kentucky nurse saved a baby raccoon's life by performing CPR after the animal became drunk from eating fermented peaches and nearly drowned in a dumpster.
Wow.
Misty Combs, registered nurse at the Electric County Health Department in Whitesburg, discovered the situation when she and colleagues spotted a panicked mother raccoon in their parking lot. They found 2 baby raccoons trapped in a dumpster belonging to the Kentucky Mist Moonshine Distillery next door. While one baby was safely lifted out with a shovel, the second was face down in the water and appeared dead. Well, despite others saying the raccoon was dead, Combs immediately began to do CPR.
It's amazing.
Chest compressions and periodically turning the animal over and slapping it on the back. The raccoon suddenly started breathing, and Kentucky Fish and Wildlife personnel took custody of it.
I love you.
A veterinarian confirmed the raccoon was indeed drunk and administered fluids while keeping it overnight to sober up. The raccoon was dubbed Otis Campbell after the character from the Andy Griffith Show.
Wow.
The next day, Combs was given the opportunity to release the now sober raccoon back into the wild for a union with his mother and sibling.
I assume animals that consume can get hangovers?
Would think so,
I would
yeah.
imagine.
Leads me to my next question. Do dogs get headaches?
I would assume, yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, back to you.
There's no way to tell because they can't tell you.
Right.
So I would guess any animal with a brain might get some kind of a headache at some point.
I know you can milk just about any animal with nipples.
Yeah.
Right.
For the past 6 years,
Nick has an answer.
do dogs get headaches?
Yeah, here's an accurate representation of a dog with a headache.
Okay.
And,
it's a dog with one of those ice packs on its head, Steve.
But yes, they can.
Okay.
It's not as common as in humans.
Yeah.
Okay. But yes is the answer.
For the past 6 years, drivers on Czech highways have been encountering a car known as the Phantom. Since 2019, the Formula-style race car has been flying up and down major motorways without lights, a license plate, or any other sort of equipment to make it road legal. Somehow, the drivers managed to evade capture by police, escaping before they could find him, despite numerous sightings and countless video recordings from roadside onlookers and other motorists until now. The Czech Republic Police Force said on Monday that it had finally captured the alleged driver. They said the officers followed the car to the town of Buck, a small village about 90 miles south of Prague. And judging by the response, they weren't messing around. The police response was heavy, along with several patrol cars. A helicopter was also dispatched to the house where the man, a 51-year-old, emerged from the car with a helmet and full race gear but refused to cooperate. The driver's son, Lucas, complained that police presence was disproportionate to what he called a traffic violation and denied being connected to the car that was seen speeding earlier Sunday morning. He and his father have been posting videos of the racing car.
Well, that's a problem then.
On Track Zone, their YouTube channel is a hobby. Looking through that channel's videos, it seems as if the driver and his son have been posting clips of the car driving on the road for the past year. How the police weren't able to put those together remains a mystery. The channel even published footage of the police encounter on Sunday, showing the driver putting his hands up and being escorted into the back of the squad car, still in full racing gear. And you can even see the helicopter in the sky in the background, but they finally got this guy.
So not that this would have assisted in this case, arresting this guy, but have you guys seen them deploying this new method, this structure on the front of the car that captures the back tires of the car that they're in pursuit of? It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty cool. I'm wondering how practical that is and whether or not that's on, they could put that in every police vehicle, but it's pretty wild. This claw kind of comes out and grabs the axle.
Yeah.
And can sometimes rip the wheels out, and it's pretty wild.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't see that.
All right, and then finally, inhabitants of an apartment block in Bavaria, southern Germany, who called police to investigate the relentless buzzing of their doorbells late at night, were surprised to find the culprit was not a teenage prankster, as they had suspected. It was actually a slug.
A slug?
Yes. The slug had been sliding up and down the bell plate, creating havoc in the building and tearing angry residents out of their beds long after midnight when they couldn't sleep from the noise.
Is anyone home?
At first, they had suspected the so-called Klingelstreik.
The Klingelstreik?
Which is a bell prank, sometimes popular pastime among German youths.
It wasn't a Klingelstreik. It was a slug.
It's their version of Ding Dong Ditch.
Ding Dong Ditch.
It typically involves children and youths ringing the doorbell and then running away.
Klingelstreik.
When the ringing continued, even after the arrival of two police officers, despite the fact that no one was at the door and a motion detector had failed to activate, a closer look at the metal bell plate revealed the presence of a slug, or a Nacktschnecke in German. Literally, a naked snail is what Nacktschnecke means. Together, residents and police discovered the slug traversing the door entry panel, and you could see the slime trail that it had made as it crawled over the sensors.
It was the Nacktschnecke doing the Klingelstreik.
And that is what I have in the bizarre file.
You wouldn't think it would have the weight to depress the button.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they were hard buttons, Steve, or more of a sensor type of thing. So, but it was triggering it. All right, and there you go, your B file. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll get back. The Back to School A to Z is indeed underway. We'll have it next.
It's supposed to be made. It was like 60% on the way.
Yeah.
And, it was like it was going to happen, and it.
Yeah, that's a good story, and sort of the rise out of coming out of nowhere, because they were a young franchise at the time, right? They were 67, 68 is when they were started, and so they won the Stanley Cup by 74. For me, the Eric Lindros story is a fascinating one. The rise and fall of that guy, and his departure when he left in 99, 2000.
That would make for interesting.
What was it? I'm sorry?
The rise and fall of Eric Lindros.
Okay.
The taking of the captaincy off of his jersey. They did it on live television. The Bob Clark and Ed Snyder versus Eric's dad, Carl, and like all of that drama to me is fascinating.
There was a brief period in time where Daniel Day-Lewis had signed to play Barbaro.
No.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He's amazing.
He is amazing.
In that
He can pull it off.
suit?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, I think the story of Leonard Toast, the former owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, I mean, he essentially lost the team because of, I believe, gambling?
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, somebody pointed this out. Nick, you'll have to remind me. Somebody said the Flyers versus the Red Army. Didn't they play the national Russian team, the Flyers did, as their warm-up for Olympics, I thought?
Well, it was an international series.
Yeah. And the Flyers played so dirty.
They left the ice.
That they left the ice, right?
It was a game at the Spectrum, and the Flyers were a physical team.
No, we didn't play the hockey the best that we could have, but we played to win.
I think that was 76.
And you not know neither borscht.
But that could have been, was that Broad Street Bullies?
Yeah, I mean, it was after they won the Stanley Cup, but they were still the same team, essentially, and they played rough, and the Dave Schultz and the Watson brothers and the whole nine, and yeah, they played so tough against the Red Army team that the Red Army team said, we're not playing anymore. They the ice, and it took forever for them to come back out.
I would like to see the movie that depicts the setting of 3 world records in the dumpster pool.
Oh,
sure.
In one day.
In one day.
Yeah, that could be a good one.
I mean, we have a documentary of it, but I think, something a little bit more dramatic.
A number of callers are saying that this one should be on the list. I'm going to go to Chris. Hey, Chris, good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Good. What's up, buddy?
So I'm going to premise this. I am not an Eagles fan. I cannot stand the Eagles. I can't even stand the color green. That's how much I can't stand the Eagles.
Wow. Okay.
Should I hang up on him now?
Well, I don't know. Where are you from, Chris?
I'm from this area. I'm a Philly guy. I'm from Newark, Delaware. I love the Flyers. I bleed black and orange. Like, I'm a diehard Flyers fan.
Okay.
That's not the only team I bleed for Philly. So that's why it's kind of shocking. I'm calling about this movie. It's the garbage picking, goal kicking Philadelphia phenomenon with Tony Danza.
Tony Danza. Yeah, that's
he went from a garbage man to a field goal kicker for the Eagles.
Among the worst movies
It's a
ever
classic,
made.
yeah.
It's so bad.
I've never seen it. I've heard of it.
Well,
it's very bad.
You should rent it. And actually, you should rent out a theater and go watch it there.
That bad, Chris, huh?
Yeah, somebody pointed out to me I have a phobia with green. They're like, you don't like Seattle, you don't even like the Dolphins, you don't like Green Bay. I'm like, well, maybe I just don't like the color green. Apparently,
that's probably it.
That's it. All right, thanks, man.
Make sure you see it in IMAX.
The trash picking, field goal kicking,
Philadelphia
phenomenon. Okay,
it's bad,
and he just happened to all right, let me go to our buddy Craig Legons is on the line. Hey, Craig, good morning.
By myself, I'll take his office.
Physically and sexually.
We'll go behind that shed there. All right, Craig. So are you calling in for what needs to be told, the story that would make a good movie?
Yeah, that, and there's also a movie that a lot of people haven't seen. It's called Snipes, that was set here in Philly. It's not a sports movie, but it's a competition film, and I always thought it made a good sports movie. It was about the culture of tagging. See all graffiti art in Philly?
Right.
Well, there was this movie called Snipes where rival taggers, rival graffiti artists competed with each other to see who the best spot, the most impossible to get spot to tag their name in Philly.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, it was made in the early 2000s, but I thought it was a great Philly sports film. As far as a movie that should be a film, Nick, you mentioned Eric Lindros. That's a great one. For me, would be the Chris Carter story. Chris Carter was a Philadelphia Eagle.
All he did was score.
Yeah. And I would like a lot. Why would you cut this guy? All he did was score touchdowns and goes to Minnesota, goes in the Hall of Fame. His drug problem was so out of control while he was in Philly that Buddy Ryan cut him just so he would get into rehab. And Chris Carter even mentions that Buddy Ryan's the one that saved his life.
Okay.
That sounds compelling.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I like Chris Carter now as a commentator, but his time in Philly was nothing but success on the field and nothing but tragedy off the field.
What about sports scandals and in the area? What would make for a compelling movie?
Well, the 93 Phillies, there's a lot of scandals surrounding those guys. And they made it to the World Series. That's the Mitch Williams, Joe Carter series. But there were so many steroids on that 93 team. And Lenny Dykstra and Pete Incaviglia and Darren Dalton. There's a story to be told there.
And this is my daughter. Hi, Daddy.
Also, Pete Rose's time in Philly during the strike year, because he was on the verge of breaking the record for the most hits in National League, and he couldn't play for a while. So many people consider that was when the time he had off was when the gambling really kicked in when he was in Philly.
I think the story is just in the beginning, and it's being told right now. But Jordan Mailata, the left tackle for the Eagles, I mean, here's a guy who never played a down of football, was a rugby player, an enormous rugby player coming out of Australia, and he is. I mean, he's one of the best left tackles in the entire league.
It sounds like the story to Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah.
Or Joel Embiid, who didn't start playing basketball until he was 14.
Yeah.
He played soccer, and now look at him. He's pretty good.
That's pretty. He's pretty good.
All right, thanks, Craig. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, guys.
Next in the sports story that needs to be told. Philadelphia sports story needs to be. The Dick Button story.
Dick Button story. I love it.
Skater. Yes, we should definitely do the Dick Button story.
Button, Dick.
Yeah. It sells itself. I see the poster right now.
That's my name backwards.
Some people are texting in Iverson.
It's his birthday, so sure.
It is his birthday.
What do you think? What do you think? With that?
Yeah.
There's a story there, right?
There was a downfall there too, and a pretty bad one. And the fact that how much fame he had and how good he was, and the whole no practice and all that. I think there's definitely a story there.
Do you think there would ever be, and would have ties to here, a Kobe Bryant story? I don't know if his family would want something like that, at least not now.
Right.
But I mean, because of the way he tragically died and all of that. But I mean, clearly there's a story there. I mean, he went on to be one of the absolute greatest.
Look, they can take one incident and build a movie around it. They've done it many times.
Yeah, true. Yeah. You don't have to do the whole life.
Right.
You can do a portion of what's happening in someone's life.
Like the wrestler focused on mainly his good years.
Yeah. Let me go. Hang on. Let me go to Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning, Gadzooks.
Gadzooks, buddy. All right. What's the movie you wanted to mention?
A movie I wanted to mention was about the Taney Dragons back in 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
When they went into the Little League World Series.
They
had Monet Davis as their pitcher. And
Monet, that's right.
They were destroying.
Yeah.
And that was a national story for a while.
Yeah, that could be a good one. What is she up to, by the way, Monet Davis?
She is.
Your call, Daniel.
College softball.
Here, Nick just pulled up.
Well, she's 20. Oh no, she's 20 now. Okay. It's her birthday in a couple of weeks, and her middle name is IKEA.
I did not know
That's
that.
very cool, man. Yeah. My middle name is Walmart.
Oh my God, I'm Target.
Dude, actually, it is Michael, like Michael's.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And Paul, I'm not after saying Paul McCartney. I think Ron has a great suggestion. Preston.
All right, let me go to him. Hi, Ron. Good morning.
Hey, you guys rock.
Thanks, buddy. All right, what's Philadelphia sports movie to be made?
Before I get to that, there's a great story behind the Flyers and the Russians.
Yeah.
The Russians are in the dressing room, and I read it in the Complete Spectrum. It's a great book. Ed Snyder goes in there, and he goes, if you guys don't get the F back on the ice, you're not getting paid. And that's what made him go back on the ice.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great book. It's called Complete Spectrum.
Okay,
that's very cool.
Cool, man.
So there's a great story. It's almost like Rocky and Apollo Creed. Joe Frazier would be a great movie, but it would not be mostly about Joe Frazier. It's how Joe Frazier made Muhammad Ali so famous. Mm-hmm. Muhammad Ali would have been famous, but Harold Cosell documented that it was the rivalry between them that made Ali so famous, and it was Joe Frazier that had a lot to do with it.
You're right, and so you'd have the Ali story has been told a number of times. In fact, he played himself in his movie So that's been told many times to get an angle that would do Joe Frazier right, and his importance in all of that is the film that still needs to be made.
I agree.
Yeah, there's also a small one. If I could say one more, nobody's going to get this one. There was a guy that lived in Veterans Stadium that worked in the park.
We had him on.
Yeah, we talked to him. Yeah,
that'd be a crazy movie.
That would be a good one.
He did drugs, he drank.
The whole damn thing.
Like it.
There's a lot of stories there.
Thanks,
I
Ron.
don't know how many of them were true. Like when that guy,
when the Pope came by.
I was going to say, you know what, the likelihood of a movie getting made needs to be, it has to be someone who's nationally famous. So I was thinking that, Joe Frazier would make sense and a few others. But then again, I'm wrong because Invincible was not about, Vince Papale's very, very famous here and known around the league a little bit. But in the pantheon of things, he's not one of the all-time greats. So, and that worked because it's a story. It's a great story, even though it ended with him just winning a game. Let me go to Dave. Hey, Dave, good morning.
Oops.
Hey, Gadzooks, buddy, what's up?
Julius Erving single-handedly changed basketball forever.
Yeah.
There should be a good doctor movie. I mean, a big screen, big budget. Julius Erving inspired Michael Jordan, for crying out loud.
Yeah, there have been documentaries, you're right, but there hasn't been that full-throated, life story movie. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, Dr. J is a great one.
He changed this town, and, the Sixers were horrible.
Here's a guy who left a successful medical career.
Thanks, Dave. As a traffic report, I hear a street I did not know we had. I did not know that there was a Mozart Road.
Mozart Road in Bucks County.
Bucks County.
That's where Mozart was born. Bucks County. Yeah.
Bucks County.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Fun stuff.
I've been watching clips of Amadeus lately. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I pull them up on YouTube every now and then.
That director Milos Forman directed that, I believe, and where did
not
he
much
go?
after that.
Yeah.
Maybe I was thinking about it because I saw F. Murray Abraham in New York, and what an amazing actor
with Kristen Chenoweth.
Yep, it was pretty cool. All right, so we have some stuff to give away, and we haven't done a game in a little while.
Yes.
So Marissa actually came up with a concept for this particular game, which I am ready to take out for a spin. It doesn't really have a name or anything along those lines, but what prizes do we have to give away, and how many do we have, Casey? That's what I need to know.
All right, so we have 5 pairs of tickets for a concert tomorrow night, and the concert is A Day to Remember and Yellow Card. That's at the FM Pavilion, and that concert's tomorrow night. And then, Marissa, we have another prize. I don't know what that is.
Yes, we do. We have tickets to see... Oh, gosh, word. Why are you doing me wrong? All right, Finger 11 and Alien Ant Farm at Brooklyn Bowl on Sunday, October 5th.
That's a good bill.
And how many of those do we have?
We have 3 pairs for those.
Okay, so we have 8 total. I've got way too many of these.
Okay.
So we'll go through these and we'll try these out and we'll see how long it goes. But this is a concept that Marissa came up with. And essentially, throughout the television and movie history, there have been bars that have been prominent. Now, Marissa did TV shows. I grabbed some movies that have bars. These are not real in real life.
Right.
These are bars that you would only know from either a movie or a TV show. I'll even let you choose if you want to do movie or TV.
All right, so you have that ability.
And I'll throw a bar at you.
I don't want to mention any examples because it might be one of the ones you have there.
Yeah, they probably are because I grabbed some really obvious ones. But I'm more versed in movie bars than TV show bars. I mean, I do know some of them, but there are a lot of more current shows. I stopped watching sitcoms and stuff a while back, so I don't really know any of the... I know the old ones.
Have you ever been enamored of a movie or TV bar? You don't have to say what it is.
Absolutely.
That I wish...
There is one in particular, and it's the first one on my movie list.
All right.
So if somebody picks movie, I'll be able to tell you what bar I really wish was real.
Was real.
Yeah. And that could be a whole other conversation.
Yes.
Now I'm trying to think of what bar that would have been.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't mention it.
No, I'm not going to.
610-660-9333 is the number. So we're going to have a cold bed, and we're going to get to the bar, and we're going to take some calls. Casey, okay, I have some dialing music here. So, all right, we'll get, let's go with Andrew as our first contestant. Hi there, Andrew. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Andrew, do you want to take a stab at movie or TV bars?
I'll try TV.
Okay. All right. Here is your first one. I'm just going to give you the name of the bar. You give me the name of the show. You ready?
I'm ready.
McLaren's Pub. I'm going to guess he doesn't know. Andrew.
No, I do not.
All right. Sorry. No dice, brother. Got to let you go. So McLaren's, and I'm not going to take another call for that same one because they could be looking up the answer.
Right.
Did anybody here know?
No.
Okay.
No, but that's the first show I thought of because I know that they all hang out at a bar, but I didn't know the name of the bar. Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, Casey's
based
Clue.
on the real life McGee's Pub in New York City, where the show's creators hung out. Main characters Ted, Marshall, and Lily live in the building above the bar, making it a convenient place to hang out.
There we go.
Yeah,
It's a nice bar, as
and
featured
that's-
in the series.
And they are regularly in there.
McLaren's
So
there.
if you watch that show, then you would absolutely know it. All right, we will go next to, I have David, who's joining us. Hi, David. Morning, bud.
Hey, good morning.
All right, so fictional bars from either movies or TV shows. Which you like to go with? TV or
movie?
Movie. All right, here we go. Here's the name of the bar. You tell me the movie. Jack Rabbit Slims.
Oh, man. Can you say it again?
Jack Rabbit Slims.
I don't know it.
All right. Guys?
I thought that was a gimme.
Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
That's a bar I wish was real.
Yeah.
Although, you know what's interesting about bars that and restaurants or any establishments that have a theme like that, which it clearly does, which is, 1950s and 60s personalities, whether they be actors or singers or whatever, is after a while the shtick gets old.
Yes, yeah. No, I hear you.
And also they kind of phone it in, almost like Steve Buscemi's character is Buddy. He's like, you can just tell he's tired of being Buddy Holly. He's like, hey, I'm Buddy. What do you guys want?
Yeah.
But I wish that place was real. And it never was.
There's another bar in that movie where Vincent Vega and Bruce Willis run into each other. And I heard a theory the other day about this movie. And so I'm putting this out there because I want to know if there's any merit to it. That when Vincent Vega is complaining about somebody keying his car, that it was Bruce Willis who did it after that incident at the bar.
I read it too.
Okay.
But I don't know how the timeline works
Me
out
neither.
because he talks about getting his car out of storage.
Right.
When he gets back from Amsterdam.
Yes, and I forget at which point they're in the timeline of Pulp Fiction that's happening, the conversation he's having with Jules in the car.
Right.
Yeah,
And
so
I
I
heard
don't know
that too, because they have a tense moment and then maybe he went out in the car and keyed it.
Yeah, who you call him, Palooka or whatever.
Yeah. I hear you just fine, Punchy.
Yeah.
That's Marcellus Wallace's bar, which I don't know the
That's
name
right.
of.
That was a cool bar.
That was a cool
Yeah.
bar. Yeah. All right, we'll get another caller on the line. So I thought for sure somebody would get that one. We will go to Jim next. Hi, Jim. Good morning, bud.
Good morning.
All right, so you want to do movie or TV show for fictional bar?
Movie, please.
Movie. Okay, let's try this one. Bob's Country Bunker. It also depends on how old people are.
That's
calling in.
I know it.
Bob's Country Bunker. Jim, do you know?
I'm going to take a stab. What about Bob?
No. The Blues Brothers.
Jimmy!
Didn't see that one.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see that one?
That's a possibility, man.
Wow.
Listen.
Well, you know that they have both kinds of music at Bob's Country Bunker.
Country and Western.
Country and Western, of course. The Chicken Wire. Come on,
It's great.
man. That's one of the best.
Chicken Wire shows up in that dive, the Double Deuce.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Which I'll mark that one off the list.
Oh, sorry.
We will go next to Victoria. Hi, Victoria. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Ed.
Good morning to see you. All right, Victoria, movie or TV show?
TV show.
Okay, let's try this one. You got to know this one. Bada Bing.
Hopefully. No.
Oh.
Really? Okay, question. Did you ever see The Sopranos?
Like the first season.
Yeah, I didn't see any of the seasons, and I knew that was Bada Bing. But
Yeah, my dad's going to be very disappointed.
I'm sorry, Victoria. Yeah, Bada Bing was a strip club,
Strip
right?
club, yeah.
But I mean,
It's a bar.
serve drinks there, so it's a bar too.
Absolutely.
Known for topless dancers in the front, business in the back. A real North Jersey club called Satin Dolls.
Was the basis for it?
No, it was used for the exterior shots. So that's where that's what you see. You can go to that place. If it's still around, I don't know what it is you would think it was. And when places like that, real life places that are used as fronts for fictional,
right?
They usually get some residual business out of that. I would think.
I slipped up before. I'm not going to mention what I'm thinking of, but I know one in particular where the business increased dramatically when it was used as the opening shot for this location. For this bar.
Yeah. I'd probably the same one that I'm thinking of, Steve, and I went there. We had a calendar girl who danced at that strip club. Sadly, she passed away. But you guys remember Becky Wonder?
Yes.
Yeah. She ended up. She died probably a decade or so at this point. But she ended up in a scene of The Sopranos in the final.
She's very sweet.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Moving on to another caller, and we have Mike that we're going to go to. Hey, Mike. Morning, bud.
Hey, first-time listener, long-time caller.
Oh, welcome.
Thanks for calling.
We've got fictional bars from either movies or TV shows. What would you prefer?
Let's go TV.
TV. Okay, let's try. We need a winner.
Yeah.
We do.
Moe's Tavern.
The Simpsons.
Thank you very much. All right, Mike, hang on a second. We are going to give you this.
Mike, you just won yourself a pair of tickets as MMR Rocks Finger 11 and Alien Ant Farm Sunday, October 5th at Brooklyn Bowl, Philadelphia. Tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster.
So now that we have The Simpsons out of the way, I can ask this question. And by the way, it says named after the owner, Mo Sislak. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Located right next to King Toot's Music Store.
That's right.
Regulars include Homer, Carl, Lenny, and Barney. Do they ever show any other bars in The Simpsons?
I think there was a war with another bar, an episode. I mean, over its 2 billion episodes.
Was it a Shelbyville bar?
It might have been a Shelbyville bar. Apparently, Moe's Tavern is based on the 2 Bar, which is, a major conceit of The Simpsons was Bart pranking Moe. With calling him up all the time.
Yeah.
And so there was this legendary, one of the first phone prank audio tapes was of this guy being called, and his name was Red, and it was bar, and all of those things that Bart says are from that tape.
I'm looking for a man to hug and kiss.
Here's a couple of other. Are these all from Simpsons?
Yes, and the competing bar in Shelbyville is a terrific bar name.
Where is that?
Right here.
What is it? Go ahead and say it.
Joe's Tavern.
Oh, Joe's Tavern. I love that there was a short-lived restaurant with a clown motif called Uncle Moe's Family Feed Bag.
Yeah. They had a whole bunch of crazy crap up on the walls.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
there Fridays.
It was a TGI McScratchies or TGI Fridays or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I love that.
Oh, and then Moe's. There was a place just called Moe's, which was a short-lived attempt by Moe to make the tavern a hip gay bar.
Do you remember when he was serving a signature cocktail that involved cough syrup? Was it like
the Flaming Moe?
The Flaming Moe.
Yeah, that one.
Which you could actually buy. They sold that at different bars and probably Simpsons. Actually, Marissa took us to the Simpsons bar in Universal a couple years ago.
And I think they had the Flaming Moe.
Yeah, they bought me one. It didn't have any alcohol in it.
Right.
But they put it on like a dry ice was underneath of it. So it did
looked like it might have been.
It was smoky. Yeah.
The way you guys felt in like Harry Potter world and
Yeah.
Marvel stuff, my knees were weak when I walked into The Simpsons. And the way that they recreated Moe's Tavern with like the love machine and the pin pals on the wall.
Yeah.
I walked in, I was like, Flaming Moe's for everybody. And it was like $200 of Flaming Moe's.
Wow. Wow. All right, we'll go to another caller. Up next is Gerald. Hey, Gerald, good morning.
Good morning. Yoo-hoo!
Gerald, we have fictional bars from either movies or TV shows. What would you prefer?
Let me have a movie, please.
All right, a movie, and I want to get winners here, so I'm going to try to pick something. You know what? And Steve said this earlier, but he didn't say the movie.
Doesn't matter.
The Double Deuce.
That would be Roadhouse.
Damn right it is. And pain don't hurt, buddy. Hey, here's what we have for you, by the way, real quick.
You just won yourself a pair of tickets as MMR Rocks Finger 11 and Alien Ant Farm. This is going to be on Sunday, October 5th at Brooklyn Bowl, Philadelphia. Tickets are on sale right now via Ticketmaster.
In the Jake Gyllenhaal remake, it's not the Double Deuce, is it?
Don't know. I didn't see it.
You got to keep the name of the bar.
You think you would, but I'm not sure they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good question. All
Your
right.
mother's a whore.
We'll go. Even your mother knows. All right. So
Hang
let me
on.
see. Okay.
Do I have that? No, hey, just go ahead.
All right. I'm going to go to Glenn. Hi, Glenn. Morning, brother.
Robert.
All right, Glenn. Movie or TV show?
TV, please.
TV. All right. Let's go with. I'm trying to guess.
I think that top one that you have that you didn't mark off, I think that's a gimme right there. The second one down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try The Drunken Clam.
I bet you know this. You just may not know you know this.
Man. Sorry.
Drunken Clam. Yeah. I'm blanking.
All right. Sorry, Glenn.
Oh, man, I'm
It's
sorry,
Family
Brad.
Guy.
Family Guy.
Family Guy. Yeah, I didn't want to go with another animated one back to back, but it's all good. Usually called the Clam, it's Quahog's local watering hole where Peter Quagmire, Cleveland, and Joe throw back lots of Pawtucket Patriot Ale. So the Drunken Clam. All right, we'll go to, let's see. All right, I got Scott, who is joining us. Hi, Scott. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
All right,
Just
Scott.
got out of the shower.
Movie or TV show now that you're fresh and clean out of the shower?
TV show.
All right, a TV show. All right, I think I'm trying to judge by the caller's tone of voice.
Yeah, age.
What they might know age-wise.
Spoken for the last two.
All right, well, how about this one? Patty's Pub.
Oh, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Struggling Irish pub owned by the gang. Patty's. Hang on the line. We'll set you up in case what's he getting?
You got a pair of tickets as MMR Rocks, a day to remember, and yellow card at the Freedom Mortgage Pavilion, and it's going to be tomorrow night. Tickets are on sale via Ticketmaster.
Do they have four walls showing the bottles? Do we know?
I didn't recognize it.
You know, that's
They
a
did.
good question. I think
watched this whole season, yeah.
I haven't watched any of this season yet. Rob certainly has it in his office in his house. He's got four walls bottles in his home.
All right, we'll go next to Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Jennifer, we have these fictional pubs that have either or bars or restaurants. No, they're all bars. They'll serve booze. They're either movies or TV shows. What would you prefer, movie or TV?
Movie.
All right, let's go with one. Listening to your voice, let's see if you can get this one. The Three Broomsticks.
That would be Harry Potter.
Well done. Well done. All right, hold on a second because you just won this.
Jennifer, you also got a pair of tickets as MMR Rocks Finger 11 and Alien Ant Farm, Sunday, October 5th at Brooklyn Bowl, Philadelphia. Tickets are on sale right now via Ticketmaster.
Was there a strip club in Diagon Alley?
Not that I know of. Not publicly.
Yeah.
I think they advertised. There were a couple of bars I could have picked from the Harry Potter realm.
The Screaming Cauldron, is that one?
The Leaky Cauldron.
Leaky Cauldron, and then what's the one in Hogsmeade? What's that?
I don't remember.
The Perjanger.
Yeah, the Perjanger. All right, we'll go to yet another one, and it is Joe that we're going to get on the line. Hey, Joe, good morning.
Hi, Grandma.
A condensed version, but I love it.
That's an offshoot version.
Yeah.
All right. So, movie or TV show for you, sir?
TV, please.
TV. All right. Let's see if you know this one. Cheers.
From the show, Cheers.
I got worried. I got so worried for a second.
All right. What are we going to give Joe? He
Joe,
was screaming,
he
by the way.
was so excited. Well, I understand why. He just won a pair of tickets as MMR Rocks, a day to remember, in yellow card at Freedom Mortgage Pavilion this Thursday. And tickets are on sale right now via Ticketmaster.com.
So that's the location I was thinking of. Was that what you were thinking of, Nick?
Yes,
where
it is,
they did substantially better after becoming the facade scene in the show.
By the way, I sent you guys a photo that our friend Meredith Landis sent me this morning, and Ted Danson was just at the Bucks County Playhouse with his wife, Mary Steenburgen, because we had Andrew Leeds in studio last week, and Mary Steenburgen and Andrew Leeds are friends, and so they went to go see him perform in his play.
No way. She Loves Me.
Yeah, on Sunday over the weekend. So Ted Danson and Mary Steenburgen in town.
Had them in studio.
Yes. Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's get another one, and we will go next to. Hold on, I'm going to put you back on hold. Because I'm going to go to Brandon. He's been on hold longer. Hi, Brandon. You're on the air. Good morning, my man.
Hey, what's up, man?
All right, we are playing this game about fictional bars, either TVs or TV shows or movies. Which do you prefer?
Can I do TV?
All right, TV. Let's try this one, the Snake Hole Lounge. See, I wouldn't have known this one.
No, not ringing a bell for me.
The Snake Hole Lounge.
Parks and Rec?
Yeah, nice. Oh, Parks and Rec.
Done.
Nice
and I'm
job.
a fan of the show.
Hang on a minute, Brandon. We got this for you.
He either knew that or he can type really, really fast. But either way, Brandon, you won yourself a pair of tickets as MMR Rocks, a day to remember, and yellow card at Freedom Mortgage Pavilion tomorrow night. Tickets are on sale right now via Ticketmaster.com.
How many more prizes do we have?
We actually have 4 more prizes to give away.
All right, so we have enough time here.
We found out the name of the strip club in Diagon Alley, Steve. It's the Hufflemuff.
Hufflemuff.
Thank you to Polly Parms for sending that one in.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Hogs Head Inn was the other place.
It was, yeah. And the 3 group sticks, yeah.
All right, but Hufflemuff is in the back. All right, we'll go to Matt. Hi, Matt. Morning, my man.
Good morning, Ed.
Good morning to see you. All right, Matt, a movie or TV show for this fictional bar contest?
I will go movie.
All right, you're going to go movie. Let's try this one out on you. The Dexter Lake Club.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yep. Not really, but.
Porky's?
No, not Porky's. The name of the bar in Porky's was Porky's. But it's all good. No, it was Animal House. So it feels so good to be back at the Dexter Lake Club. And they show it out front as well. That place, that's a real bar.
Oh, really?
And I think it was called the Dexter Lake Club. And I want to say I saw a story years ago that it was sold, but I'm not 100% sure. Nick's going to pull that information up.
You know, some of the diviest bars I've ever been in my life were the club. You know, like the Red Roof Club was one.
Yeah, the word club was involved.
Yeah, club.
Yeah. So, I think it was a legit place. So,
yeah.
Any info on that,
It's
Nick?
in Dexter, Oregon.
Oh.
Hence the name, yeah. And obviously Otis Day and the Knights performed there. Yeah, let me see if I can find out. But it looks like it's still there, Preston.
Okay. All right. We'll go next to John, who's been on hold for a while. Hey, John, good morning.
Morning.
All right, John, fake bar, movie or restaurant, movie or TV show?
Let's go TV show.
TV show. All right, I'm going to try and steer you in a direction that will ensure a win. I've got a couple of pages of these here. All right, let's go with man. Are you a nerdy guy? You a geeky guy?
Oh, yes.
All right. Steve, you'll love this. 10 Forward.
Oh.
That's TNG.
Yes!
Wow, he even says TNG.
The Next
Star Trek
Generation.
Next Generation. You got it right. Hang on a second, John. Here's what we have for you.
You got a pair of tickets as MMR Rocks, Finger 11, and Alien Ant Farm, Sunday, October 5th at Brooklyn Bowl, Philadelphia. Tickets are on sale right now via Ticketmaster.
So that's a bar I'd love to attend because it was the view outside the Enterprise.
Intergalactic watering hole for the crew of the USS Enterprise, located at the forward section of Deck 10. The views are unmatched, but lacks any sense of atmosphere outside. And Gyna was Whoopi Goldberg's
Gyna,
character.
yeah.
She was the one who ran the bar. She was in charge. So Casey's writing something down. Did you just think of another one?
Yeah.
It's on the list.
It's on there? Okay.
But I've been waiting for the right person to ask.
It was Guinan.
Guinan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We have James, who is on the line. Hey, James.
How you doing?
Good. All right, James, do you want to hear a bar that's in a TV show or a movie?
I'll go TV show.
All right, TV show. I'm going to try this one out, Casey. You had written this one down. Do you know where the Regal Beagle, what show that would be found on? The Regal Beagle.
Is that Three's Company?
Excellent. Hold on. I'm going to set you up.
James, you just won our final pair of tickets as MMR Rocks Finger 11 and Alien Ant Farm, Sunday, October 5th at Brooklyn Bowl, Philadelphia. Tickets are on sale right now via Ticketmaster.com. And we only have tickets left to A Day to Remember. So anybody calling in right now, that is all we have right now.
The Regal Beagle, 3 roommates would often hang out there and bump into the couple who manage their apartment building more frequently than they would like to. I wonder when they do the Phoenixville Mrs. Roper ROM.
Yes.
Coming up.
If any of the bars
what serves as the Regal Beagle
transform into the Regal Beagle. They should do that,
They should
right?
all do it.
Yeah. We'll go next to Andrew. Hi there, Andrew.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, buddy. All right, so a fictional bar in either a movie or a TV show. Which shall it be?
Let's go movie.
All right, we're going to try this one out on you. And I looked these up. This one I wouldn't have known.
All right.
But how old are you, by the way?
30.
30. Okay, let me try this out on you. The Dirty Sanchez.
Oh, God.
I love it. The Dirty Sanchez.
Dodgeball, I don't know.
Yes, that's it.
Wait.
Yeah?
Andrew, I was just handed, we have tickets right now, either to A Day to Remember in Yellow Card at Freedom Mortgage Pavilion tomorrow, or we have pair of tickets as MMR Rocks Hassan Minaj and Ronnie Cheng on October 16th at the Miller Theater. Which one would you like to go to?
I'll do the Hassan Minaj.
Okay, well, there you
Excellent.
go. So go ahead.
Hold on, buddy. All right, go ahead.
All right, that show is on October 16th, Miller Theater. Tickets are on sale right now via Ticketmaster.
I don't remember the Dirty Sanchez.
Now that you mention it, I do. Yeah,
that's awesome.
The Dirty Sanchez. That's great. I love that movie.
We'll go next to Joss. Hey, Joss, you're on the air. Good morning. Is this Joss or Josh?
Yes.
It says Joss on the screen here.
Alex.
Hi, I just heard you. Who is this?
Alex.
What is it?
Alex.
Alex.
Oh.
Okay.
It's spelled Joss.
It's spelled Joss.
The J is silent.
All the letters are silent.
All right, Alex, is it going to be a movie or a TV show? What do you think?
TV show.
Okay. TV show. All right. How old are you?
37.
37.
All right, let's see if we can do this.
Let's go. I'm trying to get something in the ballpark that he might know for his age.
Something good for Alex.
Range. How about this one? The Salty Spittoon. Nope.
That's SpongeBob.
Yep, it is.
Wow.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Hang on. Here's what we have for you.
This is miraculous.
All right, Joss or Alex or whatever. You just won a pair of tickets to, as MMR Rocks, A Day to Remember in Yellow Card at Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. And it's going to be this Thursday, and tickets are on sale right now via Ticketmaster.com.
So the restaurant bar for tough fish, the bouncer named Reg determines whether or not you're tough enough to enter. It's located near Goo Lagoon and is just next to Weenie Hut Jr. and Super Weenie Hut Juniors. And by the way, the bouncer, Reg, that was Biff Wilson. What's his name?
Tom Wilson?
Tom Wilson is the voice of the
Radnor High School's very own.
All right, and there you go. We're going to wrap up.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm done with that. So that was fun.
It was.
There's only a couple left. You want to see if you guys
Sure,
know?
yeah.
Okay, Kavanaugh's Bar. And this is a TV show. Anyone?
No.
It was from The Wire.
Okay.
I didn't watch The Wire.
Didn't watch The Wire.
The Tropicana. Steve, you ought to know that. It's an old one.
The Tropicana.
Yeah, black and white TV show, comedy show.
Is that Lucy?
It was. I love Lucy. Nice. All right.
No, I was never a Lucy fan. Oh, yeah, that was where Desi performed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky, yeah.
Rosie's Bar.
Rosie.
This one I actually would have known.
Is this MASH?
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. The Alibi Room. Didn't know this one. Kathy would have known this one. Show she loved.
The Yellowstone?
No.
Okay.
Not the Yellowstone.
Is it the Yellowstone?
I was
Please to have it be the Yellowstone?
I was thinking Yellow Card.
No, it was Shameless.
Shameless.
And then the Emerald City Bar. Which is not Wizard of Oz.
Oh, is that Frasier?
No.
Oh, it's in Seattle though. Is it Grey's Anatomy?
Yes.
Well done.
Was there a bar on Frasier?
There was a coffee house. Yeah, they went to that coffee house.
Okay.
Him and Niles.
All right, so there is a movie that I'm thinking of, and like there were lawyers or at least law students that they would go to a bar, and it was called like,
like the paper chase?
No. But the bar, like you take a bar exam.
Like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Case. Not saying Almost Fire, but something like that, right?
Is it Demi Moore? No, because I'm feeling like.
Oh, is it About Last Night? No, that was Mothers. That was the name of that bar.
Or where did they go? Never mind.
I know where. I know.
Is it like not Rounders? I don't even.
It might be Rounders.
Was it Rounders?
No. Yeah, it might be Rounders. He's a lawyer.
Yes,
Matt Damon's a lawyer.
In law school. Yeah.
All right. I think that's it.
You're talking about the place where they played cards?
No, because that was back in like the chambers or whatever.
Are you talking about from the movie Rounders?
From the movie Rounders.
But there was a bar that they would go to.
Yes.
Okay.
Not to play poker, but like the law students or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember if they said the name of it. All right, so these are the last two ones that I have in there from movies. The Blue Oyster Bar.
Oh, come on. Here we go. In fact, I'll just do this for you.
Yeah.
Police Academy.
Yep. And then the last one I had was Rick's Cafe American.
Casablanca.
That is correct.
What is the name of the bar in Good Will Hunting?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember them ever saying the name of it.
Right.
But there are two bars. There's the Harvard bar that they go to, and then there's the one that they go to in Southie regularly.
That's called the L Street Tavern. I had to look it up. I didn't know. And then the one that's the Harvard bar where they beat up some smart kids is the Bow and Arrow Pub.
Oh, would not have gotten that. Interesting. All right, well, thanks for playing along.
Yeah, man.
Case, get rid of those things. These. If we come up with a list of enough of them, we'll do it again another time. We are going to take a break. We'll come back in a moment. The Back to School A to Z does indeed continue. Stay with us.
I love Dr. J.
I know.
He's my favorite Sixer of all time, and I'm watching Winning Time on HBO right now. Just finished it up, but the Lakers in 1980 played the Sixers in the finals, and Magic Johnson was a rookie, and Dr. J was an established star. And the dynamic between those two guys, even though it's a fictionalized portrayal of the two, was really, really well done. And Dr. J, in a way, took Magic Johnson under his wing, but he also knew he was the star, and Magic was not star. It's a really great series.
It sucks because I was too young to appreciate him and Charles Barkley, being on the court at the same time. Like,
Right.
and I've seen them in Moses, and
Mo Cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever met Dr. J?
I did, on a plane in 1984, going to the Olympics, and Turquoise was on the plane as well, and I shook his hand.
Okay, did you see him stand up on the plane? Because that had to
I
have
stood
been-
next to him.
Yeah,
really?
I stood next to him. I was a kid at the time, so I was 9, and got off the plane and shook his hand. My grandfather introduced me to him, and it's a memorable moment in my life because, Kathy, I know you've had the same experience, but your hand disappears in his, and it's this massive thing.
Seeing him on a plane would be like you being in a kid's, playhouse.
It's
completely hunched over and
Yes.
so on. I would love to meet him sometime.
Yeah.
He's just, he's a class act.
For sure.
And just one of the all-time greats.
I stood next to him at a bar in Philly, and actually Matt Cord introduced me to him. And Nick, I shook his hand, and that was literally, I think that's the one thing I remember is how giant his hand was, and it's just like it's just like another world. Like, I couldn't believe it.
All right, let me go to Lewis here. Hey, Lewis, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, the Philly sports movie yet to be made.
I think Concrete Charlie, so Chuck Benderek from the Eagles. I mean, he's 40 years before my time, but every thing I've read about him and watched about him, just
You're nodding. Casey's nodding.
Yeah, I mean, and also like he's one of the most iconic pictures in Philadelphia sports history as well. Him standing over, was it Len Dawson?
Frank Gifford.
Frank Gifford.
Frank Gifford. Just lays this guy out, and he's just standing over him like he's just, standing over a dead body.
Wow. Yeah, we're looking at that picture. Not growing up here, I'm not familiar with that, but that looks, yes.
By the way, look at how ripped up the field is.
Is that Franklin Field? It's got to be, right? And so, he won the championship in 1960, and then I don't know if he also won in 48, but for the long time, that was the only championship that the Eagles had, or the most recent, until they won the Super Bowl in 2017.
Wow.
I think maybe a story of the making of Buddies Watching You.
That'd be great. The composing, the long late night songwriting sessions.
By the way, I didn't go through the 3 worst movies on Mike's list here. So the 3 worst Philly sports movies, and then we're going to have to take a break. Stealing Home with Mark Harmon. It was in the 1980s. Played Billy Wyatt, once a hot prospect for the Phillies who had fallen on hard times, has to figure out what to do with the ashes of his late friend / first love, played by Jodie Foster. Lots of shots at Chestnut Hill and a ridiculous scene set in Vet Stadium, he says. But other than that, for the local nostalgia, Stealing Home isn't worth a rewatch. It's, in fact, it's trite. He said Roger Ebert that he, quote, left the screening wondering if any movie could possibly be that bad.
It was on the heels of like Bull Durham and The Natural and other great baseball movies, and it just did not live up.
Okay. How about a movie called Pride?
Oh, yeah.
This movie aspires to be Remember the Titans for swimming and fails for being too formulaic. Amid racism in the 1970s, Philadelphia Rec Center coach refurbishes an old pool, teaches several black kids to swim, and leads them into a big meet. The acting is overwrought, the characters are one-dimensional, and the script lacks any complexity or nuance. Never saw it, don't know.
No, not familiar.
And then the last one he mentioned, worst movie in Philadelphia, Rocky V.
I think...
where we get Rantlers and the whole up on the roof thing, that's from Rocky V.
It really is. Because you compare it to the genius of Rocky and Rocky Balboa and all the stuff we love about Stallone, that attempt, that as Nick pointed out, that first swipe at a Rocky Balboa type story was so bad.
We need to go through that movie. I'll bet you there's some other gems we could
Oh, my
find.
God,
We
yeah.
have only scratched the surface, and that's the reindeer on the roof thing. The Rantlers.
Can we play the whole Rantlers clip?
Do we have that whole thing? He's going to have to...
Sorry.
No, we got it.
Dig that up. But
we forgot about Mighty Max.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you were in Mighty Max, right?
Yeah. For
Star.
What was that? Flight attendant? I think it was.
You were the hooker.
So many roles.
I know, but I've been a Nick. I've had so many roles. You think I can remember all of them? God.
Was it a basketball movie?
Yeah. Immaculata College.
Yes.
Okay.
The women.
I can't believe it just come up on the roof, will you? He just landed there and crashed, and who do you think it is?
Do I hear reindeer on my roof?
You know, Rantlers, unbelievable. It's like $1 billion. Whoa! Come on, look who's here. You know this guy. He's gonna be next Christmas before he gets down. Hey, they put it together for Santa. Hey! Merry Xmas, yo. Hey, I don't think you got it right, Santa. No. It's ho, ho, ho.
I need you to stop talking.
I've said this many times.
Shut up, man. You're gonna try to Santa Claus.
So
that was the best take.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
There were other takes that weren't as good.
Let's watch it on playback. Perfect.
That's the one they went with. All right. Well, anyhow, interesting. But this movie, Hustle, looks pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I don't know any feedback. We do have tonight. We'll do a couple more movie passes in a little while to give away. I'm going to hang on to those. I need to give away now. We take a break. Are some passes to sorority party at Casino next Wednesday. Ladies, we want to welcome you to the fold of Zeta Eta Pi. We have not had one of these in years now.
Years. Yeah.
And it is time to get you on board for this event. And our activity this time around, we're going to square dance. Just like we did in high school or junior high. You know what? I actually did do it in high school, too.
I'll guarantee you a lot of the people that'll attend have never done it. That's fine. It's a stupid, fun activity.
Yes, and it's next Wednesday, so it's rapidly approaching. Bill, I'm going to take 10 callers right now. 215-263-WMMR is the number. And you need to be ladies, you need to be female and able to join us 21 and over only at Parks next Wednesday. And we'll set you up with a free drink, and we got a free happy hour buffet. You can bring a friend, ladies only, invitation only event, 215-263-WMMR. Call only if you can go. We're going to be back in just a moment. B-File up next. Stay with us. Clearview Regional High School, Mullick Hill, New Jersey. You're up next for Coolest Teacher. You, and then we choose one more tomorrow, and then we're done. So make sure that you do vote. Take advantage of this. It's a way to let your teachers know that you care about them and you thank them for what they've done for you. So just text word teacher to 39333. And if you go to Clearview, make sure you let the faculty know that we are doing this. One of the more frustrating things that can happen to you as an individual is in a moment when you're trying to tell someone about something and there's a word that just can't remember. And you start flipping through the card catalog in your mind.
The inability to articulate.
You just can't find it. You know what you're talking about. You know what you want to express, but that actual word doesn't come to you. So on occasion, you will find a suitable replacement that you feel will get the job done.
You rig something together.
Yep.
In your mind that makes sense to you.
And sometimes it sounds ridiculous. So I found a list that is titled Times That People Failed to Remember What a Simple Thing is Called, so they came up with the most hilarious new name. And feel free to share examples, because sometimes once you say these things and they get out there, it becomes, like what your friends will bust your balls over or something
totally.
like that. So 215-263-WMMR. So I have examples of these. I can't think of anyone's personally, but maybe I will if we go through this list. But people responded, and one of them said, "My boyfriend's mother once referred to a peacock as a disco chicken."
Yes.
Oh my
She couldn't
God.
think of
Disco
the name.
chicken. Why does that sound familiar?
Disco chicken.
Disco chicken.
I don't know, but she felt that maybe the
plumage.
elaborate flowers,
Yeah.
and the plumage, flowers. See, there you go. I did it.
Bird
Feathers.
flowers.
Bird flowers.
The fluffy bird
things,
flowers.
the bird flowers
that
on the
grow out
things.
of
That's it.
bird.
That's exactly it.
It's a bird flower.
Yeah.
You just,
I just
you
created
said you
one.
didn't have one, and you just
Bird flower.
created
Did
a
it.
bird flower.
My dad one time was trying to say catapult, except that he said boomerang. And from there on out, every time we ever had to refer it, again, catapult's one of those words that doesn't come up nearly often enough. So it's now known in my household as a boomerang.
All right. And this isn't quite the same conversation we had a little while back about your dad. Casey,
No.
what did he say?
He said pea to meat.
Right, pea to meat. That's mispronouncing something. So this is just coming up with a completely different name.
Right.
So this respondent said, couldn't remember groomsmen, and I went with dudes maids instead.
I like dudes maids.
I like dudes
That
maids a
works.
lot, yeah.
You could use that, and someone would pick up what you were saying.
Yeah, they would know,
yeah.
right? All right, now this one I'm not so sure. This person said, I forgot the word for exterminator, so I used ant exorcist instead.
That's not even right. I feel like an ant.
You're cleansing their souls.
Yeah.
And eradicator.
You're trying to get them out of here.
Okay.
So you're exercising them out. And another one says, my friend couldn't remember the word cow. For some reason, she Googled moo beast to remember the word cow. Moo beast.
What kind of lapse?
Oh my God.
What kind of lapse would make you forget cow?
Some kind of big brain fart. I mean, something has blocked you, and you just can't recall.
Though you could remember moo, the sound they make.
Yeah. This one says, my ex called an animal shelter a cat refugee camp.
Oh, there's some people who could confuse refuge with refugee.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Another one says, to this day, most of my family refers to a strainer or colander as a noodle stay, water go. Because
Noodle stay and the water goes.
yeah, my brother called it that once when he couldn't find it and needed to ask where it was. Where's the noodle stay, water go thing? So that's what they refer to it. Oh my God.
I love that.
That is great. This one says, back in the 90s, I was 14. I was begging my mom to let me go to a Guns N' Roses concert. And I kept nagging until she got frustrated but couldn't remember the name of the band. And she said, I'm not letting you go to any damn Death and Flowers concert. Guns N' Roses.
Death and flowers. It's like a
Death
bird flower.
and flowers. Here's a text. It says, I had a friend ask for spicy yellow mayo on his hot dog once. He meant mustard. Spicy yellow mayo. Do you have any of that spicy yellow mayo? This one says, a Polish exchange student was thirsty after a night out and didn't know what to say, so he pointed to his mouth and said, Sahara.
Okay.
He had a dry mouth.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Sahara. Let's see. How about...
It's amazing how the mind works that you would forget.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, wow, you'd have to be gone.
This says, a couple weeks ago, I was getting a pack of darts. I don't know why. Needed some change.
Pick up some darts on the way home.
You're probably having like a balloon race.
Maybe they're having a balloon contest.
Are dart cigarettes?
I don't know. Needed some change for the parking meter. As the girl is getting my change out, I was panicked what it was called. My mind went blank. All I could get out of my mouth was, can I have my change in metal money? Instead of coins. You couldn't come up with the name
money.
Coins. Do you have metal money?
Metal money.
That's great.
Let's see. I will go next to this one. Somebody said, instead of saying reindeer once, I said Christmas llama. Another one says, my boyfriend thought I was clever when I asked what the right word for an angry... Wait. My girlfriend or my boyfriend thought I was clever when I asked what the right word for an angry parade was. It's a protest.
Oh, God, yeah.
And they
angry
couldn't
parade.
an angry parade of people. And, let me go to Brian. Hey, Brian, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Good. Do you want to share something with us?
Yeah. So back in college, they were doing, I don't know, yard work or something on our apartment complex, and they had like tractors and like backhoe type things all around. And our one friend referred to it as like, oh, what's up with all the cranes out here?
Well, there's some people with heavy machinery.
Don't know the names.
That don't know. Well, that's incorrect. A backhoe's a backhoe. Yeah. But
I call
okay.
everything a backhoe. Like,
Do you?
I would know the difference between
Reminder, Marissa's got Thursday night kickoff tomorrow night. If you're interested in winning some Birds tickets, she'll have your chance to win. So she's going to be at the Top Tomato Bar and Pizza at 11th and Sansom, 7 to 9 tomorrow. And stop by because they have $4 Bud Light cans and drafts. And a chance for you to win the Kelly Green MMR T-shirts and cozies and all that stuff. And, giving away Eagles tickets, as always, courtesy of our friends at Bud Light. So stop by, get entered, hang out. Spend some time with Marissa and maybe walk out of there with some free stuff and maybe Birds tickets.
Terrific. They're always a big hit, those events.
Oh, yeah. All right. I don't know if you know, but I have been noticing things. And
it's time for the noticer.
Yeah.
His head's always on a swivel. Face it, noticing things is time consuming. That's why we have the noticer.
We haven't done
an empty field.
We haven't done any noticing in a while, and I apologize. My lack of noticing has been noted. All right, we're going to start with Drew Feltwell, the dad who got the baseball at the game that Karen Ball Snatcher grabbed.
Yes.
And he has stated publicly now, he was talking with USA Today, and he wants everybody to ease up on her a bit.
Yes.
That's
trying
what
to take the high road.
That's what he has come out and said. He said, please don't do anything to that lady. He said, leave it alone. He said, somebody knows her and can talk to her. That's different. But God, he said, I don't want people breaking into her house, stuff like that. He said, the internet has already messed her up pretty good.
So we don't know that. I mean, maybe he knows that. Maybe we have yet to determine, unless you've heard anything to the contrary. Do we know who she is?
No.
Yeah.
No. But
which is kind of bizarre in this day and age when they can find somebody pretty damn quickly.
Yeah. But I think he just sees the that she probably sees
Right.
what's going on.
Right,
and,
right.
and that's enough.
I legit believe if she's able to like make it through the weekend without being discovered, that something else will pop up. Yeah, you said this yesterday, the day before, Preston. Like, it'll still be a bit of a story, but if you can eke it out just a couple more days,
It'll be replaced.
A lot of the anger will dissipate, and I think she'll be fine.
Something, like you said, Steve, something else will come along.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's remember, it was the Coldplay couple.
Yeah.
And then they were replaced by this.
Yeah, and that had a shelf life of, I mean, it's still, there are follow-ups. I had one the other day, but it's not as in your face as it was a month ago or however long when it happened.
But you even mentioned the Coldplay couple, and they are still part of,
There's ongoing stuff.
But so there are what I consider to be the reverse on-deck circle, right?
Yes.
And so maybe when the next thing happens, Karen Ball Snatcher will go into the on-deck circle, and
completely
Coldplay couple will go into the dugout.
Right, right.
Gotcha.
That's how the process goes.
So he said, he goes on to say, this is Drew Feltwell. He said, I could say something like she got what she deserved, but I don't know if she deserved that much. That's what he said.
Well, listen, he was taking a very metered approach when he was approached by this woman initially in that incident that occurred. And he said that he wanted to kind of set an example for his son about how to diffuse a situation. He caught some crap himself for that. I kind of see what he was doing, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that whatsoever.
No.
But both you and I admitted we probably would have gone the other way.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If caught at the, I don't know if I would have had his presence of mind to hold back. But if, of course, my kids have grown up a little bit, and it's a different story. But if I had one of my young kids, I don't know, I might not.
Yeah.
I might have wigged out, and I probably would have felt bad about wigging out too.
As would I.
So he did the right thing. So if you guys, if you're thinking that he should have just gone after her, maybe a little perspective.
I tell you what, though, there's never been a bigger, better conga line of media stuff. I saw one of her stealing the ball from Kevin Costner in Field of Dreams. I mean, they're just all over the place.
I saw one of her. It was a frisbee catching dog.
Yes,
and she had gone up in front and caught it with her.
Yeah, and the look on the dog's face was hilarious.
It's the best.
I fell down a tiny rabbit hole yesterday, and somebody texted in and reminded me of it. The people who believe that birds are fake, that birds don't exist, that this whole Karen Ball Snatcher thing was AI generated, that she doesn't exist. And it was just to draw attention to the game and give people something to talk about.
What's your favorite right now? I'm still putting first place towards her transformation into Gollum.
Gollum.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just.
You saw the Wicked Witch run, right?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Same exact thing.
Yeah.
She just kind of slowly morphs into the Wicked Witch.
I saw a lady that did her makeup to look like her. Somebody sent me that one yesterday.
She's the same one who did, I think, Jim Carrey, maybe. And I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and it was an impressive transformation. And she made herself to look like the Karen Ball Snatcher, and she did a really good job with it.
Now somebody needs to marry her and the naked guy with the gigantic penis sitting on the edge of the bed. Somehow or another morph that into that.
They've already made her the woman in the Coldplay couple.
Oh, have they?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. There you go.
All right, time to lay off.
That's perfect. But anyhow, Mr. Feltwell, Drew Feltwell, the father, says, you can back off of it now.
Yeah.
But it's coming to a close pretty soon anyway. Let me see. We'll notice another thing. Marissa pointed this out to me. Help me notice.
She's the assistant noticer.
A gentleman by the name of Ron Demina passed away, and he was the founder of the Ron John Surf Shop.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you know Ron John. You
Yeah,
see that logo
yeah.
all over the place. And here's the interesting thing. It started in New Jersey. I had no idea.
I thought it
think
started in
Ron
Florida.
John, I'm thinking California.
Yeah,
Immediately.
yeah.
You thought where case?
I thought Florida, but for some reason I was thinking like Clearwater or something like that.
He ended up living there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was the popular Jersey Shore born Ron John Surf Shop.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. Demina he was 88 years old, by the way, passed away in Florida. Demina was a surf enthusiast from Manahawkin who wanted to bring surfing to the masses. And he opened his first retail shop in Ship Bottom in 1961. And he then added a flagship location 2 years later in Cocoa Beach, Florida. And now Ron John is considered the world's largest surf retailer. The brand boasts a dozen locations along the East Coast, as well as an online presence. In addition to surfboards, it also sells clothing, accessories, and beach essentials.
Weren't you a year or two ago flirting with the notion of surfing?
We have a surfboard.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I've always there when the movie North Shore came out.
Right.
I was just all about surfing.
Right.
I'm like, this is just seems like the coolest lifestyle.
The best.
Ever,
And
man.
dude, you had all those beaches in Missouri. Like
I know. What was my problem?
Surf Missouri.
But I loved that culture. So I bought, shirts and apparel that was of that surf.
So you had that part of it.
Yeah, but just couldn't get to the beach.
Just never got to the beach.
Yeah. One time I was actually in California. I was visiting my sister, and there was a woman out on the beach, and just started a conversation, asked where I was from. I was in St. Louis. She goes, "Are there any beaches there?"
Well,
no.
Lake of the Ozarks, there's more.
Well, there's an area called Osage Beach, believe it or not, in Lake of the
Lake
Ozarks.
surfing is one of my favorite things.
What's the best surfing on the East Coast or even on the Gulf of Mexico? There's probably not much in the Gulf, but
yeah, what's considered prime surfing? Don't know.
Because obviously, Hawaii and California, and even if you're into the cold water stuff, you can do it in the Pacific Northwest or whatever. But are there any great spots anywhere in New Jersey?
Like where world class surfers would show up and surf? Don't think so.
Jackson went all the time.
He always went to Atlantic City. And that was just the
LBI,
easiest.
I thought.
So he would go to Atlantic City because it was the easiest. And I was going to say LBI when Nick was asking that question, but I don't know because I'm not a surfer, but I have friends of mine who are surfers, then they would surf LBI.
Any you guys ever see it at any of the Wildwoods?
Yeah, but they have surfing specific beaches in Wildwood. Like you can't just surf on any beach.
Oh.
And then
how is the surf? Is it worthy?
It's just okay.
It depends on the weather.
You can do it. You can, but it's nothing great. But it all depends on the weather. So my beach at the end of our road is one of the surfing beaches.
Oh, nice.
So it's great. So we get to watch those guys do it. It's kind of fun, but only on occasion do you see somebody who's like, okay, that's a surfer.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's people just trying it out, or know. But there are some surfing beaches. But Nick,
My friend Matt texted me and he said that Cape Hatteras in North Carolina is the best, and then somebody else texted that into the to the text line. So I don't know the Outer Banks that well. I've only been there a couple times, but I enjoyed it when I went there. But I don't know much about surfing culture either, especially on the East Coast.
Demina and his wife Lynn also established Surfing's Evolution and Preservation Foundation. The charity aims to protect beaches and address coastal pollution through proceeds from the Endless Summer specialty license plate.
Because anything else would be a waste of time.
Endless Summer was a great movie.
I love Endless Summer. That's sort of that's one of the first, to my mind, one of the really great documentaries as far as surfing goes. Have you guys ever seen it? It's one of the quintessential A, documentaries, but B, just a love letter to that style, that lifestyle you were talking about. These two guys go around the world surfing some of the coolest surf locations. There's one location, I think it was in South America, Preston. Do you remember, where you'd surf away from the shore?
I think it might have been Africa. Steve,
Yeah.
But I know the one you're talking about. It's like this never-ending wave.
Right, yeah.
Which was pretty wild. And then there was another one, Steve, and I don't remember the name of it, but it's where, what's his name? Great surfer, one of the all-time
Kelly
greats.
Slater.
No.
Laird Hamilton?
Laird.
Yeah,
it was Laird. A lot of it was focused on Laird Hamilton.
Yeah, yeah.
And Bill Knoll and some of these old classic
Legends.
surfers, these legendary, guys
Longboard.
who went to Hawaii when people weren't really going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And they lived on the beach and ate whatever animals they could kill.
Oh, my God.
Was it, no, not Take Every Wave. It was another one, but...
Greg Monahan has been, he's just blowing up our text thing here. He says, States Avenue in Atlantic City, Waverly in Ocean City, Nuns Beach in Stone Harbor. I wonder if that's where the giant, it's not a convent, it's more of like a retreat getaway.
The surfing nuns.
Yeah. And then also 3rd Street in Wildwood is where he likes to go.
Riding Giants.
That's it.
That was the name of it. That is a great movie. Came out in 2004.
It's insane.
I love that movie.
You're basically surfing a skyscraper.
Demina's death comes 4 months after a brand new one-story Ron John surf shop replaced a longtime original location in Ship Bottom. The old building has since been demolished. In a statement, Ron John surf shop president Michelle Goodwin said Ron was known as a free spirit, and his love for the beach and sport of surfing endured throughout his life. By the way, does Greg Monahan surf?
Oh, yeah.
I would
Oh, he
have-
does.
He lives
Okay.
like a surfer.
He does, yes.
Well, when you were in St. Louis, what was the bar that all the surfers would hang out at?
The single deuce.
That was the single deuce.
I mean, we used Greg Monahan's surfboard when we first started doing crowd surfing.
Okay.
In,
All right.
Keenan's.
Goodwin added that the chain will continue to function as it has and noted that nothing will change in the company's day-to-day operations, and Ron's vision legacy will live on for generations through Ron John Surf Shop and Surfing's Evolution and Preservation Foundation.
Think
So,
about
bit of a
stuff.
legend.
It just became inextricable from surfing. I mean, you know that brand name, you know?
Yeah. And when Marissa first sent this to me, Ron John, I was like, I thought it was something else. Is there another? Not Ray J. That's
Oh, you're thinking like not Ray-Ban or Maui Jim or
no, it was a clothing line. I can't remember.
Oh, what is the other big?
It was like Ocean Pacific, Gotcha.
Ocean Pacific.
Remember that? Yeah.
OP.
Yeah. Those were really cool in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yep. All right. Well, anyhow, I thought that was sad news and interesting.
Notice to death.
Yeah, sorry. All right, so here's a story Steve sent me. It is about a guy called the hippie meathead. This is a guy who is trying to eat over 1,000 oysters in one sitting.
That's gnarly.
The hippie meathead's real name is Ty. He has not given his real last name, and he has a series of videos where he multiplies the number of oysters he consumes with each challenge, doubling down each time. So he started on July 30th with 1 oyster, and by August 16th, he was up to 512 oysters in one sitting.
112 oysters in one sitting.
I need
guess
to
so.
see what that looks like as a glob.
As a glob.
Size-wise.
Yeah, not in the shells, but a glob of 1,000
What's
oysters.
going in your stomach? So obviously, we have the hot dog champions and so on and so forth. But I mean, 1,000. What would that look like?
How can you not vomit that up?
I'll vomit after one. Dr. Mike, God bless him, got me to try oysters. Wasn't a big fan.
Nah.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
The Guinness World Record for oyster eating is 564 oysters in 8 minutes, but Ty doesn't set a time limit.
No.
He just eats them till he gets his fill.
1,000.
So in some videos, he's seen blending up the oysters in a Vitamix blender and drinking them.
Oh, God,
my
no.
God, stop it.
Why is that worse? But it is.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Oh.
You're still consuming the same thing.
No.
Using a funnel to speed things up.
That for me, and I'm disgusted by the actual item itself, but the pureeing and drinking it, that's worse.
Yeah.
But B, is that not cheating, but does that really reinforce the record? You should have to eat individually as they are served to you.
Yeah, but you don't even chew them anyway. I'm not saying that it's cheating, but
Yeah. You let it slide down your throat.
well, it's like this guy. He tried to do, I think it was like 100 triathlons in 100 days. It might have been 30 and 30.
Right.
But at one point, it was like too cold out or something along those lines, and he ended up doing the marathon on like a treadmill, and people were like, "Nope, doesn't count." you know, all these people from their couches, going, "Nope, doesn't count."
So why is he doing this? He said oysters are a superfood. They're loaded with a lot of vital micronutrients that a lot of people are actually deficient in, and they're also highly bioavailable, he said. In short, the challenge has been a roundabout, complex way for him to highlight the nutritional benefit of oysters, what he calls zinc maxing.
Well, what do doctors say about taking in 1,000 oysters into your system?
Don't know. I'm reluctant on eating a lot of oysters, and I like them a lot because if you get a bad one, you can get really, really sick and actually poison you.
It doesn't even look like this guy enjoys it at all. Now he's catching them in his mouth, but when I'm watching him eat these, it doesn't look like he enjoys them. And by the way, that triathlon movie was the guy was doing one triathlon in per state every single day. And so 50 straight days of triathlon.
Okay, gotcha.
Pretty crazy.
So this is the first food challenge he's ever subjected himself to. He said, I honestly was planning to stop after 128, but the video received a lot of attention, and I had a lot of supporters pushing me to keep going. I did research and made sure that I wasn't causing myself serious harm.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm taking risks by what I'm doing. And he acknowledged that he could give himself zinc toxicity,
which could be a huge problem.
Yeah. It's also really expensive. I mean, sometimes you'll go to a place where they have dollar oysters, right? So it's $1 per oyster.
Yep.
It's $1,000.
So Dave McGrogan, the restaurateur Kildare's and Harvest and all those, he had Doc McGrogan's.
Yep.
And so he told me the time of this couple came in and they just went through like dozens and dozens of oysters. I mean, they just sat there and went to town. They lost count.
I had them at Doc McGrogan's. I enjoyed them. I'm an oysters fan, but I think I would probably top out maybe like a dozen. And you guys know me; I can eat a lot, and I enjoy eating. But that's enough.
Yeah, 6 is enough for me.
Yeah.
That gets it done, especially if I'm going to eat anything else. Because usually it's an entree, or it's not an entree. It's an appetizer.
Yeah. To me, it's like sea snot.
So Ty's challenge culminated in one final event, consuming 1,024 raw oysters at the season opener tailgate for the Eagles. He came dressed in green camouflage overalls, a pearl necklace, and cowboy boots. And it proved too much. He got through about 200 oysters, and then he decided to share most of the rest with Wells. Like, he didn't even scratch it.
Yeah.
So he tried, but no dice.
1,000.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. The hippie meathead trying to eat 1,000 oysters. Wow. Okay. All right, here's another thing I noticed. So NASA, the organization, might be preparing to deliver some monumental news about Mars after surprisingly calling for a rare news conference today.
Yes.
Officials with the space agency said they plan to discuss new findings by the Perseverance rover, which has been on the red planet since 2021. The discovery involves a rock called Sapphire Canyon, collected by the rover in July of last year from an ancient river system in a Martian area called Neretva Vallis. So scientists are excited because it could contain biosignatures, which are chemical clues that could hint at ancient microbial life on Mars.
Proof of life on another planet.
Did they find any Mercury surfboards by any chance?
No. Not.
I've been riding it
on
a Mercury surfboard.
They haven't made the announcement's later today, so you never know. The area is
naturally occurring mayonnaise
of a Jezero crater, a place where a river existed billions of years ago, making it a prime spot to search for signs of Martian life.
Jezero crater.
Astute observers on social media have already noted that NASA rarely holds media events for their discoveries. So this announcement could be marking a major scientific finding that captures the world's attention.
I often think about, and it's been part of tons of science fiction movies.
Yeah.
When we do eventually encounter life, whether it be something akin to an insect or something from another planet, that's the movie Life.
Leave it there.
Yeah.
Leave it there. Do not bring it here.
Life does not end well, Preston.
No, it does not.
Yeah, tired of pretending like I'm not bitching a total freaking rock star from Mars.
What if
he's on Mars? He said it right there.
From freaking tired of pretending like I'm not bitching a total freaking rock star from
People
Mars.
of Earth, do not be afraid. I present to you a book called To Serve Man, wink, wink. Freaking delicious. A little bit of barbecue sauce. You guys barbecue up wonderfully. My limit's about 1,000.
1,000 human beings. No, it's interesting. If any indication of life is found on another planet, the implications that could have. Of course, the people that wouldn't believe it.
Yes.
As well is another big thing.
You would have to jump through hoop after hoop after hoop to convince people that you had this, and it's the it's like what Pa Kent says to Superman. He goes, this. We have to understand how people are going to react. It's going to change everything in a massive way.
I'd never really considered the religious applications of finding forms of life elsewhere until the movie Contact came out, which Carl Sagan wrote.
Right.
And so I'd never really thought, wow, okay, yeah, there are people that would really have a problem with that.
Which movie? And I really, really enjoyed it. Was it Mission to Mars or was it Red Planet, where they get to Mars and then, as it turns out, there was alien beings there, and they basically life was about to end on Mars, so then they seeded Earth.
Yeah, one of them's Tim Robbins and one of them's Gary Sinise.
Right.
And I always get confused between the two.
The Gary Sinise one is the Mission to Mars.
Okay.
Tim Robbins is Red Planet.
That's where they go to Olympus Mons and they go inside, and they make them. They immerse them in this liquid.
I love that, man.
It's all over the place, but it's pretty good. Yeah.
Gary Sinise and Tim Robbins are both Mission to Mars. And it's from Don Cheadle. I know there's one, Casey, with Arnold Schwarzenegger where his head explodes.
Total Recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the part where he pulls basically a Voight volleyball out of his nose. It's like,
Red Planet is Val Kilmer and Carrie-Ann Moss and
That's a horror
Tom
movie.
Sizemore.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
And that's where that rover.
It was cool.
It has, I guess artificial intelligence or whatever, and it kind of
scary
takes control and becomes a bad
freaking thing was scary
entity. That freaking thing.
Can't eat those things.
No,
I tried though. The barbecue sauce just rolls right off. Freaking rolls right off.
So
it's like Teflon.
In the past, NASA used similar events to share discoveries like finding organic molecules on Mars in 2018 and detecting a gas called phosphine on Venus in 2020.
Freaking surfboard made out of phosphine.
Both of which sparked discussions about possible life forms on these worlds.
Well, there's all sorts of indications, obviously, that they of waterways and dried riverbeds and things that they believe are that. But I mean, if you can have tangible life or proof of life, that's huge.
Yeah, some type of fossils or things like that would be wow.
What time are they making this announcement?
11 a.m. I think today.
Okay.
So
we are proud to announce a new cafeteria that will have a cafe.
While NASA has history of being extremely cautious with saying they found signs of life on
With
other planets.
mochachinos.
The announcement scheduled for today at 11 a.m. has already created a buzz amongst astronomy fans. So we'll find out later on. We'll probably be reporting on it
We
tomorrow.
probably should kill our meeting today since we can, and we just watch.
Yeah,
that.
watch that.
Yeah.
You know what, Steve? I completely forgot, but you mentioning the new NASA Cafe made me think of something we did yesterday, and I noticed that we had a great time, and I want to give some love to our friends at the Campbell Soup Company. Yeah, both Steve and I went for a little swing by and spend some time event at the location in Camden, which is their headquarters. And I want to thank Bree and Maureen who helped us out. They help us out there whenever we've done these events, and they're gearing up for Camp Out for Hunger. And we have a lot of rabid fans, rabid Preston and Steve fans at the Campbell Soup Company.
It was terrific. It really was. And so, guys, we can tell you this. So they're literally across the street from Subaru. We often rave about their Subaru's cafeteria, but obviously this is Campbell's. This is Food Central. Yeah. So their cafeteria is astonishing, and then they set up this awesome. Yeah. Speaking of cafe restaurants, Case, it's and Nick and Marissa and all you at home listening. Comfortable big couches and just cool little hang areas and one
of the best lattes I've had in a long time.
And a game room. I mean, they want their employees to be comfortable.
I'm blown away by big corporations and how many different jobs it takes to make those things run, because we were asking people what they do.
Yes, we can.
And they were telling me things, and I was like, I have no idea. What is that? I don't know what that is. Part of the supply chain and part of the, legal team and part of the human resources and just all these very fine, detailed jobs that they have. But it was cool hanging with everybody. And they gave us a couple of, whenever we go there, they give us some, either some limited edition products that they create or ones that even are just before they've even fully marketed yet. And so they gave me a can of tomato soup and grilled cheese soup.
Yeah.
It's tomato and grilled cheese soup.
Huh.
So that's the flavor.
All right. Have you tried it?
I have not. I took it home. I almost don't want to open it up. The can looks so cool.
Yeah.
And then they gave me from V8, which is one of their products. It is a pickled margarita, or not margarita, a pickled Bloody Mary mix.
Yes.
And you can either mix it with vodka or you can just drink it on its own. I'm going to try one on its own first, but it's got a heavy pickle flavor to it.
So I'm not a pickle guy, but I've had the V8 margarita. I did the same thing. The
Bloody
V8
Mary?
Bloody Mary mixes in the past. They're really good, and they have one that's like super spicy. I like their. I like those. I got to try that.
They gave us these little mixing kits and everything like that.
Oh.
Yeah. And when we got there, Karen pointed out that they have this archive of these antiquities from the Campbell's Company throughout the years.
Oh, that's cool.
And like original packaging, like for the goldfish boxes.
Yeah.
Star Wars, what was it, Pop-Tarts or what?
No, they were Pepperidge Farm cookies.
Pepperidge Farm cookies. And then they had, the old style. Do you remember how bread used to come in the kind of like a waxy bag. This is old.
Yeah.
But they had all this stuff that was really cool.
Who owns, is the Andy Warhol painting in like the New York Museum of Modern Art?
The Museum of Modern Art, I believe it is in Manhattan.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, that's,
I almost feel like they should own it.
Well, yeah. They own a lot. They make sure they're very protective, and hence why we're so honored that they allow us to use the Campbell's logo.
Yeah, they don't let anybody use
Yeah.
the can, and their legal department allows us to do it, which is pretty amazing. So we love that. Casey, they gave me these Andy Warhol soup can magnets.
Oh, get out.
And I brought them in because we can put them on our door. We have a metal door over here, and we'll put some of those on. But I love these. It's really cool. So we thank the gang at Campbell Soup for gearing up for Camp Out for Hunger.
Super, and they are so committed, and there is a sort of, not tongue-in-cheek, but a friendly competition, but they would love nothing more than to dominate this year.
Yeah.
And they really, they always do a fantastic job. The camp out would be nowhere near the success it is without, of course, the inclusion of Campbell's.
They are literally across the street from the Subaru headquarters.
Yeah, we're not
Literally.
kidding. Yeah.
I mean, you can step across the street and you are at the other campus.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. So thank you. Yeah, especially Bree and Maureen for helping us out yesterday. That was great. All right.
Oh, wrong button.
Oh, that's kind of Zork.
Teaser for Friday.
So
Notice you pushed the wrong button.
let's see here. What time we got? Time for a couple more. Oh yeah. So I saw this. It says it's an article about the fastest growing jobs over the next 10 years.
All right.
So tough time to be looking for a job as hiring has slowed in the U.S., but it all depends on what field you're in. And some careers are expecting to be in demand for many years. And new research from the Bureau of Labor Statistics reveals which ones those are. Their new projections show healthcare and social assistants are leading the way. Jobs like nurse practitioners, physician assistants, and physical therapy assistants are some of the fastest growing.
As the population ages out?
Thanks to an aging population and the rising number of chronic conditions.
I need help.
Renewable energy jobs like solar panel installers and wind turbine techs are predicted to grow at the fastest rate of any occupation, by the way. But they're only going to add about 20,000 new jobs together. So number one on fastest growing over the next decade is wind turbine service technician.
They break down. Well, they have a shorter life and need to be replaced, I think, every 10 to 15 years.
Okay.
I just saw footage. It was from the outside of a wind turbine.
The one on fire?
No, it just said, "Why is this so scary?" And then they go into the wind turbine. So they're in the base of the wind turbine, and then they point the camera straight up, and you can see it swaying. You don't realize it from the outside.
When they move those things down the highways, I mean, they're just insanely huge.
Yeah.
They got one stuck recently.
I had it in the bizarre file.
Yeah. I drove across a decent portion of the country last year, and so the drive from Chicago to Omaha, Nebraska, you drive through a lot of Iowa, and there were, I don't know, 1,000 wind turbines. I mean, I'm sure at some point Iowa offered up incentives to build them, and it was really cool to see that many, in close proximity, generating enough power to give electricity to small cities in Iowa. It was impressive.
It was the same thing when I was driving through Kansas on my way into Oklahoma. It was just wind farm after wind farm.
Yeah, it's neat.
Pretty cool.
So, yes, the technicians, that is the job that's going to grow the fastest over the next decade or so. So next is solar voltaic installers. And by the way, the median annual wage for the turbine technician is $62,000. For the solar photovoltaic installers is $51,000. Third is nurse practitioner. And the median annual wage of that is $129,000. That's
much better.
Not too bad at all. Then you have data scientists, information security analysts.
Where is Day Stripper on this?
Number 6 is medical and health service managers. Number 7, physical therapist assistants. 8 are actuaries. Number 9, operations research analysts. And number 10, physician assistants.
What's the PA make these days?
It says the median annual wage is $133,000.
What did you ask us?
Physician assistant.
Okay.
PA.
And what was that? How's that different from the other one you had on the list? The
Nurse practitioner?
Nurse practitioner, yeah.
I don't know specifically.
Okay.
But they
didn't notice that.
They leave them alone.
Well, so like I know like a physician's assistant, like sometimes like if you go to your general practitioner or whatever, you will be seen by the physician's assistant. It's like a step down from being a doctor.
Yep.
And a nurse practitioner is a step up from being a nurse.
Down, yeah.
They make roughly the same amount of money. So
there you go.
Slightly more. The PA makes 133, and the NP makes 129.
How
median.
often though, when you're in any sort of situation, is it the nurse or the who really has the info? They're
they're
conduit.
there.
Yeah.
They're there, man. When my dad was in the hospital in Kentucky and we didn't know what was wrong with him, I sat around that hospital in his room for 12 hours waiting to see a doctor. I stepped away to use the bathroom. You know when the doctor came?
Right then.
I kid you not.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get him back. I'm like,
really?
I have waited here all goddamn day.
Yeah.
I just want 5 minutes to tell him something, and they couldn't freaking track this guy down. I don't know what the story is with that.
Yeah.
But the nurses are there all the time. They are there to help you. They're the workforce. They're the ones that really, they're where the rubber meets the road. Yeah. So
Jinx.
How about that?
Safe Light Repair.
Safe Light Replace.
So a physician's assistant gets a bachelor's degree in any field, followed by a 27-month physician assistant studies program, including a master's of science. So it has to do with the educational background. And then a nurse practitioner or an NP, Bachelor of Science in nursing, followed by a master's of science in nursing program. So it seems like nurse practitioner has to do a little bit more schooling. But the PAs have to do the physician assistant studies program afterwards.
I'm so stupid when it comes. We were hearing job titles yesterday at Campbell's. Yeah. And like, what is that? Don't even know.
No idea. And then they started telling you, and I'm like, I still don't know what that is.
Can I have some yarn?
Last thing, and this is the case, this will be super quick that I noticed, but I wanted to mention this because we love these guys. But Steve Martin and Martin Short are coming to the Hershey Theater on Saturday, March 14th.
I hope they're doing more shows. I went through their whole tour, and I mean, there seems to be some open dates, but I would love for them to come to Philly.
Yeah.
They did the Man a few years ago. That's a show that I've wanted. I saw the one on Netflix or whatever it was, and it's freaking hilarious. They still make me laugh. They make each other laugh. And I've never seen Steve Martin perform comedy or banjo or anything. I want to check out this show.
Tickets available online at HersheyEntertainment.com, or you can go to Ticketmaster.com as well. But that's a Saturday in Hershey.
What's the date again?
It is March 14th.
Oh, okay.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Christmas. St. Patrick's Day is the 17th.
17th, the Ides of
Florida.
March.
We might be doing spring training right around then.
They might add days to that though. They Only Murders just debuted on Hulu, and
and also at the show will be Jeff Babco and the Steep Canyon Rangers.
Yeah, Steve Martin plays banjo with those guys,
right?
Yeah, and they're all incredibly talented, and he's like sort of a backing player and acknowledges how great they are.
Wow. Okay. Nice. So anyhow, I thought that'd be a nice one.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because I did notice it after
You noticed
all.
real good.
Yeah, I'm back off. I'm done noticing.
Back off, war child.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
All right, we will take another break. Come back in a second. Bizarre File Stories on the way, as well as Back to School A to Z. The letter S is where we reside. Stay with us. Like a bulldozer, you called it back
I'm
up.
like, oh, what are all those backos doing over
Think of the
there?
movement
Like,
of the. It's scooping.
I know, but like I don't know what the other things are, so I just call them all.
A crane, yeah.
I would know.
I would give that person a pass on that.
This one says, I can't remember who said it, but ever since I heard a person call a cupcake a party muffin, they were permanently renamed in my mind.
Love that.
I like that too. Once I had to listen to my mother tell a 10-minute story about all the honkers she saw in the park. She meant geese.
Okay.
Right, not knockers.
So she would call them honkers. Here's one that said they were in Target, and I forgot the word for insecticide or even bug spray, and so I asked an attendant for a can of bug murder.
Oh, my God.
Mom, it says, my mom once referred to Guitar Hero as carpet banjo.
All right.
I like that one. Another one says, couldn't remember the word athlete, so I went with sportican.
Couldn't remember athlete.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, listen, it's a common word that will escape you,
right?
And it happens. In fact, this one said, I forgot the word for pants, and so I called them long-sleeved shorts.
Oh, yeah.
When this
we did growing up, they were long-sleeve shorts.
Really?
Yeah, yes, exact same. Yeah,
it's usually you're doing something like, you know, and you're trying. Yeah,
and by the way,
that's where these words are born.
I've often posited that when you can't think of a word, that is contagious. That can be like, if I can't think of a word,
you can cause other people to forget the word.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
Yep.
And there is there a word that anytime you try to say it, you forget what it is?
Well, you know what?
A word that eludes you because I have one, and I'm trying to think of what that actual word is.
What is it?
So, okay, because I would often say this because, when I would drink, I would get out of control.
Right.
And I have my best friend never did this. So he always had the ability to control it. And there's this word, and every single time I talk to him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Moderation!
Oh, you can
moderation.
You can never think of the word
Can't
moderation?
think of the word moderation.
Okay.
Every single time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything in moderation.
It's one of those things you just have a hard time recalling.
Right.
For whatever reason. Okay.
You know what happens? People will make me forget actors or things that they're to remember. Remember a name? Who is that person? If they didn't seem to be forgetting it, I would probably remember it much quicker. But there is a level of contagiousness involved with that.
There was 3 different conversations that Chuck and I were having, and he couldn't remember the word hipster. And all 3 conversations, we sat there for like a half an hour.
Right.
Could not remember. And even after the first one, we knew that it was hipster, but we couldn't remember the term hipster. And I actually just listened to I love Gary Goldman, and he had an album come out in 2016. And he's got a whole bit about synonyms because he had a friend who was telling him about a documentary about Hitler. And the word that she was searching for was atrocities. But she didn't come up with atrocities. She called them shenanigans.
Okay.
Hitler's shenanigans.
Here's a text that says, my son's friend didn't know the word for tank top, so he called them hot shirts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Another one says, my son calls the aquarium a fish zoo.
Okay.
There's a difference between a little kid name and you just not being able to remember it, and you all of a sudden give it another name. I'm going to go to Joe. Oh, you're on the air. Good morning.
Hey, Gadzooks.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
So years ago, when my oldest daughter, when she was smaller, we were driving past the farm, and I was like, "Look, it's and then I said, it's a moo-moo. And she goes, you mean cow?
The kid knew right away.
What's even funnier is the fact that later, we've done it for so many years that my younger daughter goes into school, and they said, what's this? And they picture of a cow, and she goes, it's a moo-moo.
Yep.
And they're like, it's a cow. She goes, no, it's a moo-moo.
It becomes
moo-moo. She never realized cow, like it was actually named cow.
It becomes part of the modified vocabulary. I remember us calling them moo-moos for the longest time. Yeah.
Let me go next to, where is this? Oh, yeah, it's Mike we're going to go to. Hey, Mike, good morning.
Oh, my balls.
Oh, my balls.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, first thing, Preston, congratulations on 50,000.
Hey, how about it?
Way to go.
Oh, my balls. And I was one of those 50,000.
You're in for some real entertainment, my man. Thank you for following. What's up?
All right, so my son, he's 16. When he went to daycare, she got paid every Friday. Some days we'd give her a check, some days we'd give her cash. And one day we forgot. So she said, hey, tell your parents, remember to pay me. My son goes, oh, yeah. You like the paper monies, not the little round ones.
The little round
coins.
Ones.
The little round ones have been a thing with us forever since then.
So you've used that. Yep, I love it. It's like the metal money.
It's funny because kids are
Thanks,
obviously prone to do that because they're building their vocabularies at that point. But when you're an adult,
yes,
and you call it a moo-moo.
Yep, that's a different story. So let me go to Dylan. Hey, Dylan, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Sorry to bother you guys at work.
It's okay. No, we want it. What's up, bud?
So I was camping with my girlfriend, and we walked past this little pond, and I go, look at that dove goose. And she's like, what? And I'm like, that, like, classy duck. It was a swan.
It was a swan.
A dove goose.
Classy duck. Or dove goose. You just couldn't come up with the name swan. I love it. All right. Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you.
Appreciate
What an
it.
elegant dove goose.
Stop looking at me, classy duck. All right. I was looking for the stop looking at me, swan.
I got you.
All right. Thank you.
Typing it in.
That's like a go-to for you.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
All right, let's see. This says, growing up, we had a piece of furniture that we didn't know what to call. Was it a bureau, a dresser? And we all agreed to call it Uncle Fred. And that's until we have company. What? So I don't know
All
why.
right.
All right, so that's not exactly what this is. All right, here, my buddy once forgot the name, the term air horn, and called it spray scream.
Spray scream.
It's in a bottle, it's
I
in a
like
can.
that, yeah.
So, yep. Let's see. When my sister was young, she didn't know the word cemetery, so she would call it Dead People Field. This one says, at one point, I started Googling map of the year because my brain short-circuited and I couldn't recall the word calendar.
Oh my God.
Map of the year.
Map of the year.
You probably get a lot of that when people have had some sort of head trauma and they're trying to fuse ideas together. You know.
Yeah.
This one said, my husband wanted me to pass him the cooking tongs, and instead he said sausage tweezers. And that one could stick
That
too.
could stick.
If you accidentally slip and say something like that, that's going to be what it is known from here on out. I'll go to Kenny. Hey, Kenny.
Bonjour, bitches.
What's up, buddy?
So we were going to my friend's place, and I couldn't remember the name. So my friends asked, like, where does he live? I'm like, the room houses. What the hell are room houses? Apartments.
Oh my God! So instead of
room,
you just couldn't remember apartments.
Yeah,
room houses.
Yeah,
and it makes sense.
Condos would be like that as well, right?
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it. So earlier I was talking about feathers.
Yes,
and I accidentally said flowers. This one said a girl called a feather a bird leaf.
There's like minds.
This says my buddy couldn't find the word for lungs, and he came up with breath sacs instead.
Oh my God.
And another one said at a house party, when this trash bro came up to me, he said, "Hey man, I'm about to score. You got one of those plastic penis socks?" The one in a condom.
Condom,
Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Another person said, I once referred to a fly swatter as a bug spatula when the name escaped me. I like that one too. Bug spatula could be a name of a band. Someone said, I was looking for the word cereal, couldn't come up with it. The best I could do was breakfast soup.
Breakfast soup.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to go to, let me go to Joe. Hi, Joe. Good morning.
Hey, bitches.
Hey, what? What's up, Joe?
What's up? So, for some reason, I couldn't think of the word mango, and I was slipping with my words and be like, oh, yeah, that orange fruit. And then I thought I had it. I exclaimed, oh, yeah, Mongo.
Blazing Saddles.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a character in Blazing Saddles named Mongo. So Mongo instead of mangoes.
I think that's exactly what I was thinking of. That's just where my brain went.
Yeah.
Instead of mangoes.
Thanks, Joe.
It's the way you transpose things in your
So apparently, and the way behind the meaning behind that, Steve, or the reason, we're going to go to Dottie, who is a speech therapist and can help us out with a little bit of this. Hi, Dottie. Good morning.
Hi, you guys rock.
Thank you, Dottie. So there's an actual word for this, not being able to think of a word?
Yeah, so it's called word retrieval. So you're not forgetting what you want to say. Imagine your brain is like a forge or a filing cabinet filled and filled and filled with files, right? Which
Yes.
are the words. You're just having trouble finding it. So it's tip of the tongue phenomenon, very common, and it actually gets worse as your vocabulary expands because you don't want to say pancake flipper, you want to say spatula. So you're hesitating so that you find the exact word that you want to say.
So you're saying that the more elaborate your vocabulary, the more likely you are to struggle for the word, the perfect word.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Interesting.
It's funny, Dottie, because when that guy called in, he called the cow the moo-moo to his daughter, and his daughter's like, no, that's a cow. I was thinking, I'm like, dude, you don't even know that many words yet. Of course you know the word cow. Like, you know how many words we've learned over this, And I often thought of that, too, like, as a kid, and, like, an adult would come over and didn't remember, like, all of our names. Like, you're like, how could you not remember my name? I'm your cousin, or, but you know how many names I've learned over the last 40 years?
Is there a better way? Is there a way, Dottie, to train yourself or different?
Yes, so I was just going to say, so Casey, the next time that you're searching for the word moderation, you're actually supposed to go through the alphabet quickly, and you'd be like A, B, C, and I promise you, when you get to M, moderation will come out.
Oh, that's an interesting. Just take the time, even if you.
I do it.
Go ahead.
I do it all the time. I work in a school, and the kids' names, like, I'm like my 37th year in a school, and all the kids' names blend together. So I'm like A, B, C, D. Oh, Jalen, hi.
There you go. Wow.
Very interesting.
All right, we'll give that a shot.
And so probably wouldn't work when you need to come up with the word quickly, but if it's escaping you.
You'd be surprised how quick. You would be surprised. Once you start doing it.
Oh, it's Xander.
Okay, you're right.
I can write down the alphabet like from memory alone.
Wow, you are amazing.
Yeah.
Very good, Casey.
What if you forget a letter in the alphabet?
Yeah, what if that? All right, thank you, Dottie. Appreciate it. All right, a few quickly, we're going to have to take a break here in a moment. This one says, I couldn't remember oven mitt, so I called it a heat gauntlet.
I love that.
Another one says, I couldn't think of the word robe, so I asked my friend for a towel jacket.
Yes. I mean, that's essentially what it is.
So, you just jotted down this bit of information there in the back school A to Z. We're in the S's, and you think, okay, we're getting towards the back end. There are 811 songs left.
And just the S's?
No.
The alphabet.
In total.
Okay.
Yeah.
811 songs to go. For back school A to Z, so just a heads up on that. All right, let's go to the bizarre file.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors. Pella is celebrating 100 years of innovation with 40% off. Visit PellaPhilly.com today. So this happened yesterday, and the video is wild. More than 60 containers toppled off of a cargo ship in the port of Long Beach, tumbling overboard and floating in the water. And these things are like tractor trailer size.
Yes.
They're massive. And you should see the video footage of these things falling off into the water. The shipping containers fell off a vessel named the Mississippi shortly before 9 a.m. and no injuries have been reported. About 67 of those containers were in the water.
Just enormous.
Long Beach, about 20 miles south of Los Angeles, is actually one of the busiest seaports in the country, with 40% of all shipping containers in the United States coming through it or the Los Angeles port. Some of the containers appear to have fallen off the Stax 2, an anti-pollution vessel attached to the side of the Mississippi that captures emissions. When empty, a container can weigh between 2 to 4 metric tons, depending on the size. Now, I don't know if these things were empty or if they were full or not.
I don't know. I was surprised at how little goes into securing them to the deck of these things when they stack them like that.
Yeah.
Just gravity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Pier G Container Terminal, one of the 6 at the port, temporarily stopped unloading and loading ships as authorities worked to secure the containers.
I would use twist ties.
The Mississippi sails under the flag of Portugal and arrived in Long Beach after departing on August 26 from China. Wow. Police in Herndon, Virginia, arrested a man suspected of multiple crimes targeting the Sunset Business Park, including 2 arson attempts and theft. The suspect actually stole a Ring security camera from a storefront on Monday that kept recording as he ran away with it, according to police radio traffic.
I've got it.
Yeah. The man had previously tried to start a fire outside of the same business on Saturday, causing minor damage to the front awning. Police used helicopters, K9 units, and drones to track down the suspect in a wooded area. And he had returned to knock on the business door while people were inside practicing. The man who was charged with 2 counts of petty larceny and also 2 counts of property destruction and attempted burglary is in custody. Florida bartender allegedly stabbed a patron 10 times and made crude remarks about the victim's dead mother all over a bar tab. Jason Wilfredo Rosario faces a charge of attempted second-degree murder in the incident that occurred at Grumpy's Underground Bar in Orlando.
Grumpy's is a perfect name.
Cops responded to the bar after being flagged down by a woman with blood all over her hands. She told cops that she was in the alley behind the bar when she heard 2 men fighting. A man later brushed past her and said there had been a stabbing. She walked back into the bar when a patron alerted her to blood that was on her hands. The victim told cops that the argument began when Rosario charged him for drinks that were not served. The manager ironed out the situation, but Rosario was displeased. He kept berating the victim, saying, "You can suck a D," over and over.
So he's trying to build bridges.
Rosario then made a comment about the victim's mother, who is deceased. The suspect allegedly walked away from the victim, but then returned and said that they should take the situation outside. Once outside, the two continued their verbal spat until Rosario allegedly said something about the victim's mother sucking a D, and that's when the victim punched the suspect, who fell to the ground. They tussled on the ground, and Rosario pulled out a knife and started slashing the victim in the back.
Stabbing time.
Rosario allegedly said, "I got him," before the ordeal ended. The victim told cops the incident occurred so quickly he didn't even realize he had been stabbed. That actually happens quite a bit.
Yeah.
Cops noted 10 stab wounds to his body, 7 to his left back area, and 3 others to the head.
All over the allegations of D-sucking.
The victim was taken to the hospital. While officers were investigating, the bar owner came up to them and said, "Saucy tried to stab somebody, and it's not okay."
He didn't try. He did stab somebody.
Yeah. She identified the suspect as
Saucy
Rosario, whom, go suck a D.
That's his usual refrain.
She identified the suspect as Rosario, whom she knew as Jock Hip Hop.
Saucy D and Jock Hip Hop?
I guess so. So the owner described Rosario as a hothead and that she had been planning on firing him after he worked just 3 shifts.
Sounds like characters in a Springsteen song.
He had been there for 3 shifts and he stabbed somebody 10 times.
I was thinking Saucy D was the guy behind this. Come on now, you know this.
Heavy D.
Yeah.
Oh, Heavy D. There you go. Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? This has been your Saucy D moment on the Preston and Steve Show. All right, Brazilian football star Neymar Jr. has been named the heir to a $1.14 billion fortune by a billionaire he's never even met.
Whoa.
The 33-year-old player was chosen as their sole heir by an anonymous, single, childless billionaire who passed away recently. The will was made official in Porto Alegre on June 12th with 2 witnesses present. The deceased billionaire said that he identified with Neymar on a personal level, especially admiring his close relationship with his father.
I have that same shirt.
Which reminded him of his own late father. The unknown man wrote in his will that he liked Neymar because, quote, he's not self-serving, something rare these days. The inheritance includes various properties, investments, and shares in profitable companies.
It's amazing.
While Neymar already is allegedly worth $300 million.
Yeah, so he really doesn't need it.
This inheritance would make him a billionaire overnight. However, the will could face legal complications even if approved by Brazilian courts. That's pretty wild. I've never heard of anything like that.
Years ago, there was a show that was pretty popular. It was called The Millionaire, and John something Tipton was the guy who had tons of money, and he would just randomly give $1 million to people, and it was a series, and it would follow how that money affected them, how it turned their lives around. Just randomly give money out like
I wonder
that.
other stories of people who bequeath a portion of their of their what they have to someone that they don't know at all, or someone who's famous.
Yeah,
because they just like them.
They like them.
That's interesting.
I mean, this guy was just barely scratching by on $300 million.
300 mil. Come on, man. Now he's got a bill. All right, and there you go. That's what I have in the bizarre file for you. Let us take another break. We'll come back in a second, and we'll get a lesson question, trash, music news. We're in the S's. I'm sorry, I haven't been looking ahead of the songs that we have next. Giving you some music from live when we return. Really cool song. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
8th, Thursday. It's from 6 to 9, so it's before your weekend plans. I'm going to be there, and there's going to be a lot of people hanging out there. We'd love to see you. Have a good time.
I'll be there.
Oh, awesome. And so I'll be hitting it. It's just great to be up on the deck of the Marshall. Love that place. And again, the fact that you do not have to pay for the parking in that lot right there makes it super convenient. So we'd love to see you out at the event. And
I have to believe this is all at PrestonandSteve.com.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
And we're adding stuff. So it's actually, as people find out about it, very generous food providers and other people and entertainers are approaching me and like, yeah, let's make the party even bigger. So,
awesome.
And my wife Claire is doing a great job putting everything together. So it's awesome. But thank you, Preston. I just wanted to get it out.
No, please.
We're excited about it.
PrestonandSteve.com to get the info. Another thing I want to mention, just a reminder, this weekend, the movie The Machine opens up.
Yes.
And we want you, if you love Bert Kreischer and love our relationship with Bert, go see the movie.
Yeah, go see it.
Support it, and it looks hilarious.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic.
If it gets a good, strong first week, that's all you need. That weekend, Memorial Day weekend, it'll be fantastic.
I'm going to hit that a few times this week just to remind people. There's a great picture of him and Kevin Smith together. Did he come by for an interview with a podcast or something?
He was on Kevin's podcast. Yeah, I watched some of it yesterday. I think they ended up talking. This might surprise you, for 2.5 hours.
Oh my God!
Yeah, because both of those guys are talkers and have a million stories to tell. But I watched a few of the clips yesterday, and it's cool to the guys that we love the best. And to see them in the same room at the same time is pretty nice.
Opens on Friday. Go see The Machine. All right, in a little while, we are going to have a young woman by the name of Maggie Drozdowski on the program. You probably saw the story. If not, she was bit by a shark. In Stone Harbor, surfing. 6 stitches, nothing really bad, but I mean, there haven't been any shark bites in a while down that way, and her foot looks pretty gnarly. We're going to talk to her in a little while about that. And while the subject is up, I didn't think we'd have too many people that would have stories of being bitten by sharks.
Yeah, I was bitten half, but I'm doing fine.
But man, there are people. If you've been bitten by an animal, it's pretty freaky. And if you think about it, and I'm not talking about dogs and cats.
Yes,
and obviously
Scruffy on the couch.
Those can be pretty bad too. But there are plenty of other animals that can bite you. And even though you, as a human being, are going to win in that competition, the other one's going to die if you want it to. It's still pretty freaky. Terrifying.
There was a story recently about a woman, a dairy farm, was bitten by a cow.
Oh, yeah.
Bitten by a cow.
Sure, man.
And like a lot of damage, broke her arm.
Yeah, 215-263-WMMR. If you were bitten by an animal, not just, your pet or a dog or a cat, something a little bit different than that. We'd like to hear about that.
My friend lives on a farm, and the neighboring farm has cows, and there were babies there. And so we were there once, and we went to go look at the calf. And my friend stepped into where it was, and she was like, you guys stay there, because she said if the mom gets like pissed, you don't want to be in here for that.
Sure.
So
you just don't think a cow's that way.
Yeah, just thought like a cow. Like, well, we could get out in enough time. Like, they're slow. They're big.
You're only seconds away from an utter catastrophe.
Come on. Seriously.
Come on.
You know what freaks me out though? Like the little reptiles that can latch on. Like a kid, like a little playing with one, and it just latches onto their finger.
So Trish here from our sales department, she and her husband have bearded dragons. And I was at their house one night, and she was showing them to us, and I stepped away for a little bit, and she's like, oh, I got bit. And I turn around, and she's got blood pouring out of her hand. And she thought it was funny. I'm like, dude, you just got bit by a freaking...
By a
dragon!
A dinosaur!
Yeah. I remember my fraternity brother got bitten by his python. He was going in there. He had the mouse in his hand, and the python was like, I'm going to go for your arm.
Dude, my friend growing up had a snake. That snake ate him more than the mice and crap he'd put in the tank. He was constantly getting bitten by that friggin' snake.
Dude, the scene in Road Trip where Tom Brady
Which
just totally wraps its mouth around his hand. Oh my God!
I don't get owning snakes and stuff like that. But I did see, Steve, a picture of a snake. This guy dressed up as an Uber driver. He goes, "Oh my, like little Billy got his first job. He had a helmet on this thing and a little backpack that said Uber Eats on it.
On the snake?
On the snake. It was hilarious. I'm like, okay, first cute snake I've ever seen in my entire life.
I've never seen a helmet on a snake.
No, you have to see this. It's like an albino python.
I've seen a snake smoking before.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There's a really good picture of a
I saw an
snake with a
adult man
cigarette
pleasure a
hanging out of its
camel.
mouth.
You did? Tijuana.
Let me go to, I have Luke. Do search snake smoking if you want.
Yeah, and the helmet thing.
Nick needs to see that. And the helmet thing, too. Hi, Luke, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, I just want to tell a story about how I used to be a UPS driver up in Vincenttown, New Jersey, and I had to make a delivery to a farm that had a bunch of where they would raise horses, where you would sit on those carts. And I'm going up to go do the delivery, and then you got your driver's door open because it's so hot in the summertime, and all of a sudden I just feel this bite on my leg, and I look over and there's an ostrich.
What? An ostrich?
Stop it.
Come on, really?
Yeah, they actually had a pet ostrich that would roam the property for some reason. And I could not make the delivery, so I'm in the UPS truck, honking the horn. Nobody's coming out. I'm like, I got to get this thing off the truck because with UPS is every package every day. Makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
So here I am. I run out the passenger side. The ostrich starts chasing me. I'm running around the back of the truck. I hop through the driver's door. It tries to lunge at me through the driver's door. I get out the passenger door again. I run to the barn, drop the package off. The lady comes out of the barn and she grabs the ostrich by the neck and holds it. She's like, "Get back in your truck right now." I'm like, "You don't have to tell me twice."
Bet you I know what was in that box. It was probably ostrich sedatives.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah,
Dude,
you
see
too.
you, Luke.
Wow. There's a I think she's on Instagram. She has an account, but she has I guess you know what I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking
and
about.
it's this bird that this like I don't is it an emu or an
It's an
ostrich?
emu. Yeah.
And it freaks out all the time and
Yep.
it comes charging and she's
Yeah.
it's
She'll
easy.
do videos with like selfie videos
Yeah.
of her, and she'll just like slowly pan over to this vicious thing ready to bite her.
Mm-hmm. We will go next to Will. Hey, Will, morning.
Rhythm schism, a brizza.
Rhythm schismism. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? Skull Sealer here.
The Skull Sealer.
I got bit by a groundhog.
Whoa.
Now they've
Don't
got
drive angry.
Yeah, don't drive angry. They've got sharp little friggin' teeth, don't they?
Yeah, giant in sizes, man. So I was coming home from work one day, and I saw this animal in the road. So I slowed down, and it was still alive. It was a tiny little groundhog. It wasn't like a full-grown.
This is where we are residing, SE, so we're early on in that letter, although we've been through a couple of pages worth of best songs, and we continue on. As Casey said, we have 810 songs left to go.
I've worked for stations whose entire playlist was like 120 songs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane.
Yep, so enjoying the ride. We have today's lesson question ready to go. We're going to give away a pair of tickets as MMR Rocks Slayer, Saturday, September 20th, Hershey Park Stadium. Number of questions that we can go with. I think I want to go with this one. Where do I have brain cancer?
Oh, yeah.
610-660-9333. Where in my body do I have brain cancer? I'll give you a hint. It's not in my brain. All right, 610-660-9333. If you heard that, it was around 7:20 this morning. Where in my body do I have brain cancer? Call now. While you call, we'll do the trash.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
All right, this morning's brought to you by Bud Light. Join Marissa Thursday night, 7 to 9 for the Bud Light Thursday night kickoff. And that'll be at Top Tomato in Center City. You can enter for your chance to win a pair of Eagles tickets, courtesy of Bud Light. What's going on this morning, Steve?
Well, Preston, Hillary Duff announcing she is restarting her music career after a 12-year hiatus. Many are saying that it's not so much an announcement as it is a warning.
Oh, my God.
Derek Dixon, the actor accusing Tyler Perry of sexual assault and harassment, says Perry once jumped into his bed and began rubbing his leg with his hand. Perry's denying the claim, saying that it was Dixon who slid his bed under Perry and then started rubbing Perry's hand with his leg.
What? Hey!
And then finally, the new Swedish health minister, I don't know if you saw this, Elisabeth Land, fell forward and collapsed on stage while giving a health press conference yesterday. Land then immediately rolled forward into a standing position and invited everyone into the chocolate factory.
All righty. Let's see if we know the answer to this question. Where do I have brain cancer? And we're going to go to Jenna to see if she knows. Hi, Jenna. You're on the air. Good morning.
Hi.
All right, Jenna. Where do I have brain cancer?
Your pinky toe?
Yeah. Yes.
It's weird how that happened.
That's wonderful, Jenna. Hang on. Got yourself a pair of tickets as MMR Rock Slayer on Saturday, September 20th at Hershey Park Stadium. She sounded like a Slayer fan.
Yes.
And don't forget, tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
Brought to you by Worldwide Stereo's all-new Experience Center in Wayne, where luxury meets innovation. Grand opening celebration is this coming Saturday. New music from 9 Inch Nails will soon be heard on a roller coaster at the happiest place on earth, and that is Walt Disney World. The band have composed the soundtrack to the upcoming Tron Ares movie. And now Disney have confirmed the songs from the film will be featured on their Tron-themed rides.
I want to F you like an animal.
At both Orlando's Magic Kingdom and Shanghai's Disney Resort. Plus, the ride's overlay will be switching from blue to moody red and orange lighting.
I love all that. Let's see if, I hope this movie's good.
Yeah, me too. 9 Inch Nails recently released the single As Alive As You Need Me to Be from the soundtrack with the full album, first full album to follow on September 19th via Interscope Records.
They should do a real moody, noirish, black and white sort of old-style video with the camera like languishing over Donald Duck on his back,
Right.
And all they have sort of goth makeup on and smoking.
Listen, we're 13 and a half days into the A to Z, so I have not heard this song yet. I don't know if we've even played it, but we do have it. If you want to listen to it, it's not a joke. I just want to kind of sample it.
What song?
This is that As Loud As You Need Me to Be.
Oh, okay.
This is brand new from 9 Inch Nails. Sounds like 9 Inch Nails.
I like it already. I've always liked 9 Inch Nails.
So this is the first time that Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross have composed a full film soundtrack under the band name. The track listing, I'll give you the title of some of these songs. So they have, my favorite title is the first one on the list, and the title is In It.
In It.
I-N-I-T.
Like a British saying?
Exactly. Yeah. It's their version of Isn't It?
Yeah.
Which actually they use it for a bunch of different reasons. In It. Forked Reality. As Alive As You Need Me to Be, which we just played a little bit of. Echoes, This Changes Everything, in the image of, I Know You Can Feel It, Permanence, Infiltrator, 100% Expendable, Still Remains, Who Wants to Live Forever, it goes on. There's a whole listing. So it's going to be on their rides at Disney, which is wild. Coldplay has teased a massive 2027 leg of their Music of the Spheres tour during their penultimate Wembley Stadium show. Chris Martin told the crowd this tour has 138 more shows to go.
Jeez.
And that they'll announce the 2027 dates soon after taking a break. The ongoing tour, which started in March of 2022, has already become the highest grossing rock tour of all time, earning over $1 billion.
Coldplay has staying power, man. You got to admit that.
Martin also hinted at a really special project that they've been working on for years, likely one of Coldplay's final 2 studio albums.
No, sorry, Preston. We're working on a type of adhesive that you could say put over a screen door and turn a canoe into a screen door.
The band plans to either get their catalog at 12
Still
albums.
working the bugs out on that one.
With their 10th album, Music Moon, released in 2024. Martin told NME that that album 11 will be a musical, and the final album will be simply called Coldplay.
It's about Dr. Van Helsing and his battle with Dracula.
The band has one final Wembley show scheduled for Friday before their break.
That was the best show I've seen at the Link thus far. I really enjoyed it a lot. I like to think about what bands would be good to see at the Sphere. They're one.
Yeah.
There's not every band would be great at the Sphere, I don't think, and they might even be too big to perform there. But I think that'd be a really cool visual and audio show.
Do you know, I think it'd be a good pairing, ELO.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think of the songs that have interesting imagery.
Yes.
That you could throw to it that have a lot of just a lot of depth to the music, a lot of produced sound.
George Thorogood.
There you go. Perfect. Froggy.
Froggy.
Yeah,
Froggy would be great.
Froggy at the Sphere would be awesome. All right. So Paul McCartney's other band, Wings, is set to get an immersive career retrospective curated by the legend himself. I always really enjoyed the band Wings. For over a decade, and for longer than the Beatles were together, by the way, Wings ruled rock and pop radio, scoring 6 #1 pop hits, along with 2 gold and 6 platinum albums, not counting compilations.
You enjoyed Wings, did you?
I did.
Well, now I feel vindicated.
The new collection will feature a booklet, including an introduction from McCartney himself, 3 LP and 2 CD editions, including an expanded 32-page booklet featuring photographs, artwork, paintings, trivia, and information about the band.
There's a lot of great stuff. I mean, when they were... there's some terrific songs. Technically, was that first solo album was not...
No,
there were no members of Wings.
It wasn't Wings. Yeah. So the Blu-ray version is the first time any Wings songs will be made available on a physical format in Dolby Atmos. The collection will be available November 7th. So here's some of the track listing. Band on the Run, High, 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 Silly Love Songs, 1985, Live and Let Die, Junior's Farm, Helen Wheels, Let 'Em In, Jet, My Love, Listen to What the Man Said, Venus and Mars Rock Show, Let Me Roll It, Mull of Kintyre, With a Little Luck, and Good Night Tonight. Those are just a few.
I like that song, With a Little Luck.
Wingy.
Yeah, With a Little Luck is a great song. And Good Night Tonight, even though it's kind of disco-y. I love that song. So.
I listened to Silly Love Songs with headphones on for the first time. I'd only ever heard it as a radio song. The production on it is amazing.
Yeah.
It goes all over the place. I was like, this is really deep stuff and a cool production on it.
Well, and With a Little Luck is the same way.
Okay.
There's some really cool production happening. In fact, there's a point in the song that I love, and if I ever get a chance to talk to Paul again, I will ask him about it. But the song, you think the song is over, and then it kind of has this coda.
Yeah.
It's an instrumental refrain, and it's kind of like this musical bridge that I just love, and then it goes into the ending of the song after that. But
I want a song that's got this in it. It's got boing, dum, 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 boing, dum, dum, dum. I want that. And I want it now!
You'll have to wait till Christmas. And then finally, Pat Benatar and husband Neil Giraldo aren't just musicians, they're grandparents. And because of that, they're authors as well. The new children's book called My Grandma and Grandpa Rock came out yesterday. And it's a direct result of the youngest Giraldo generation. The grandkids, Stevie, who is 7, Lolo, who is 6, and Cash, who is 2, were under the impression that all grandparents were touring musicians and lived the rock star life. And from that, Benatar says the book emerged.
So Billy Corgan is a huge fan of these guys and had him on he does a mostly musicians podcast and talks to them in depth. And they're just wonderful together. They've stayed together all these years, but their self-deprecating is so sweet. I mean, they mock themselves a lot, but their song catalog and their musical ability is huge.
Pat said, we started to tell them about how there were so many different kinds of grandparents, the way they look, the jobs they have, and all that kind of stuff. And that's how the book was born. We said, wouldn't it be fun to make a little book for the kids about how all grandparents rock? And that's literally how we started. My Grandma and Grandpa Rock is available everywhere that books are sold. And there you go. That's the last story I have in music news for you this morning. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back in a second, and we'll get ready to wrap up our show. But not before we get another song out of the S category from Back to School A to Z. Stay there.
Or anything, but it was pretty small, so I got out of my van, picked it up, moved it to the side of the road, and it bit me in the web of like my thumb.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I still have the scar from it.
So I assume you don't know if the thing is rabid or not. Did you go to the doctor immediately?
I did not.
Oh, dude.
You became okay. A werebadger.
Will, thing is biting you. Did you start like smacking it on the head to let go, or was it a quick bite?
It was a quick bite, but I did like try and shake it off. You know?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like thrashing or anything. It was just like a real quick chomp down my hand and then like a release. But
ow.
I don't know if it even survived. Who knows?
Thank you, Will. Appreciate it, man. I have a fear of being bitten by a snapping turtle.
Okay.
Oh, for good reason.
I'm fascinated with them. You will actually see them on golf courses a fair amount of time. At least once a year, I'll see a good size one just sitting out sunning itself. I'll go over and take a good close look at it.
Yeah.
Just because they're really prehistoric looking and
it's
really cool. But
tank.
That beak terrifies me.
So Coney Island Aquarium has a snapping turtle. Now, this thing's lived in Coney Island to begin with because it's got tattoos and stuff. But it's this big, this beak on this thing. It just sits there, and it always sits there at the corner of the tank. But you're right, they're really threatening looking.
And if you've ever bitten by something small, and how bad that hurts, I can only imagine. I got bit by a hamster in college. I still, from time to time, will think of it.
You still cry?
No, I actually it gives me like the chills because I'll never forget his little going through my finger. I was like, oh my God.
But this thing, a snapping turtle, can take a full finger off.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I told a story about where my dad lived years ago. They had a pond, and they were finding ducks and geese with their heads bitten off.
Yeah.
And they don't fly that way normally.
My brother used to put them in the pool and swim with them.
What?
He would get them from the
turtles?
He'd get them from the creek.
I think I remember you telling
And he would
me
put
that.
them in the pool and he'd swim with them. And then my mom would be like, go take them back. And he would take them out of the pool, take them back to
By the way,
creek.
everything else about the turtle is slow, but that snap is lightning fast.
Yep.
I have been bitten by a swan. It didn't hurt at all. That was the only one where I was like, oh my God, you're adorable.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
My dad had to smack a swan in his head because he went after Jace. Jace was little, and he looked at Jace like he was an enemy. And
Swan!
He did. He just took one hand and smacked him.
I know people who have battled with goose before.
Oh.
There was a guy that was fly fishing one time, as a friend of my dad's, and it was, because you throw it up in the air, and it either caught on the goose or the goose snapped at it or something like that. But anyhow, he had to reel it in.
Oh no!
Because it's flying in the air, and he wasn't going to give up his rod. And then when he got there and he's trying to unhook it, the thing is beating him with his wings, which are pretty formidable, and I'm snapping at him as well.
Getting back to snapping turtles real quick, I saw one in the middle of the road one time, and I tried to be a good Samaritan and get out. I stopped the car, and I tried shooing it off the road, and I got a stick, and I was sort of trying to poke at it or whatever.
Why'd you just pick it up?
Because it scared me. It was a big old snapping turtle.
Yeah. And if you just pick it by a shell, it won't even get its.
He's panicking.
No, I know.
No, I mean, and it was in the middle of the road, case, and so I was just trying to shoo it off of the road. But those things hiss at you.
Yeah.
And I just and I was like, man, I'm just trying to help out, buddy.
Yeah.
I hope we got run over.
Let me go to.
Well, listen, fool don't want no help.
I got Kelly on the line. Hey, Kelly. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, what's up, Kelly?
Oh, thank you.
Back in the late 70s, early 80s, it was a thing in Philly, apparently where I lived, where people had monkeys.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like one of those little monkeys that was on Friends.
Okay,
like
Capuchin.
Yeah. So my dad used to let it run around the house, and one day it was sitting on my shoulder, and he was a nasty thing. He would like steal cigarettes, and he would rip up things, and he was sitting on my shoulder, and my dad said, "Oh, turn your head, he's going to kiss you." I turned my head, and he bit me.
Where did he bite you? On your face?
On my face, yeah, I have a scar.
Oh!
You have a scar from the friggin' monkey.
I'll show it to you on Friday. I'll be at Keenan.
Yes! Tell us your monkey scar, girl, and we'll showcase that.
If you have a monkey scar, come down to Keenan's. We want to see it.
Wow. Kelly, did you have to get any stitches or anything like that?
They didn't take you to the hospital back then.
Nah. Just put a piece of gum on it.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
I don't have any stitches.
All right. Well, we'll see you on Friday, Kelly.
Okay, perfect.
Scarface is your name from here on, by the way.
By the way, monkey's going to monkey. It's going to do people, and I remember people would get those things. There was a Woolworths that had a pet section when I was growing up.
Yeah.
It had a pet section, Kathy, and there was a chimp in there.
Yeah.
A chimp! I'm like, what?
I do remember like odd animals in the Woolworths section. I remember always wanting to get birds. And my mom was like, absolutely
You and
not.
birds. They were like blue.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were nice colored birds. That's why I liked them.
Parakeets?
Yeah.
Probably.
Right down from the chimps.
Finches or something.
Finches, maybe, yeah.
My friend got an alligator, and I believe he bought it legally at a place that's not even there anymore. Nick, you might remember this. Is you were driving down the Blue Route just past Broomall. There's a place called Jobu Pets.
Yeah.
And he got it.
Jobu.
Yes. And he got an alligator from Jobu Pets. What? I know. And we would be in there in his, he had a
You have any more alligators?
He had a giant aquarium in his room, and one time he decided he needed to clean the aquarium while we were all in there. I was like, dude, and they just took the thing out. Like,
had he been bitten by it?
He had.
Yeah. I'm not down with that. No.
All right, we'll go to Jen next. Hi, Jen. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, what were you bitten by?
So when I was 14 years old, I was down in the Outer Banks, and the people I was staying with thought it would be a good idea to go feed the wild horses that were underneath our house. So we bought a whole
She's talking about cave horses.
Underneath your house?
No, the wild horses in the Outer Banks.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were under your house?
Yeah, because they used to, up in Corolla, they used to roam the whole top of the island.
Oh,
Okay.
dirt horses.
They were corralled.
All right, so, and was this a house up on stilts or something?
Yeah, it's a house.
That makes sense.
No, they were earth horses. They burrow into the ground.
Okay.
No, but so listen, I know for a fact that a horse bite can really F you up. So how big was the chomp?
So we joke about it because I got my first hickey from them. It was the giantest bruise on my shoulder. I got trapped between the air conditioner and the house, and the horse just wanted the apple that I had already given.
Oh, my God.
So the horse was about to kill you for an apple.
Oh, I was terrified. And then my mom, I don't know where she came from. She came out of nowhere screaming and yelling, and she luckily scared the horse away before anything else happened. But I can just remember he was walking towards me, and I turned around, and first he was like eating my ponytail.
Man, so listen, if you obviously we've all been in proximity to horses. Look at the size of their heads.
Oh, my God.
Look at the size of their mouths.
Yeah.
I mean, that can make some heavy damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We just don't think about it because they're horses. They're our friends.
Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it.
Mr. Ed.
But yeah, the power of their jaws has got to be extreme. They could easily, bite something off if they wanted to. Let's see. We have a lot of great calls here. I will go next to. There's a lot of monkey calls, believe it or not.
Hey.
Let's go to Liam. Hi, Liam. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. You guys rock.
Thanks, Liam. All right, you have a monkey story.
Yeah. So when I was 13, I'm 28 now, but when I was 13, my family took a trip to Punta Cana, and there's a gentleman next to the pool that had a monkey on a leash, letting people take pictures with it. So my brother talked me into going over to it. It climbs up my leg onto my shoulder, smiles, takes a picture, climbs back down. and he's holding his hand out, and I thought he wanted a little handshake. So I gave him my thumb, and he just hacked right into it.
Oh!
I want to shake your hand.
To top it off, I'm 13. What do? They take me over to the bar and just pour vodka on.
Well, that's how you respond to a monkey bite. Yeah.
So the monkey was looking for a tip, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Dude, I want money, and I'll rip your goddamn head off if you don't give me some.
And it's funny
That's
because
nasty. Thanks, Liam.
they are those monkeys that are part of tourism and the people trained for for tips and stuff like that. They get very aggressive, and I'm surprised that a lot of places where you wouldn't figure they would allow that because they can freak out at the drop of a hat.
Yeah. So we've had an ostrich bite. We've had several monkey bites. What else did we get here? We got another
horse.
Yeah. There's bird bites and all this. But how about this one? Let's go to Jessica. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, welcome.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to Life is where we are in the Back to School A to Z. Getting a lot of great feedback from the songs as we're working our way through, and we're enjoying the ride too. So very happy to present it to you in its form. And as Casey said a little while ago, like 810 songs left to go. So we got a ways before we wrap this thing up. Today we played some songs that we would normally kind of play, usually. But although we got that cover of Seether from Seether, that was kind of interesting.
Also have a 7-minute Metallica song to lead off the day.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome, Seek and Destroy. But we'll see where it takes us next. We have no idea where these things are going to land until we, get right up on it.
Yeah.
So, thank you to our friends Mike and Karen over at Fox Good Day this morning. Did a little check-in with those guys. And other than that, it was business as usual. Played some games, gave some stuff away, chatted about stuff, and there you go.
That's what we do.
It's where we are. 10:38, we need to do the letter of the day.
I'm your
That's the only other order of business. Yeah, what?
I'm your dude.
You good? Okay, here we go.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
All right, the Preston and Steve Show is brought to you today by The Letter.
I, as in idiosyncratic.
We have a 4-pack of lower level tickets as MMR Rocks. Adam Sandler, You're My Best Friend, Friday, September 19th. And that is at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. The show is recommended for ages 16 and older. Tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster.com. And with that, we'll just thank our sponsors and we'll get the hell out of here. So the Preston and Steve Show has been brought to you today by Dunkin', and the Preston and Steve Show indeed runs on Dunkin'. Also brought to you by Acme Markets, fresh foods, local flavors, and by Pella Windows and Doors. Save now with 0% APR for 24 months. PellaPhilly.com. Tomorrow on our program, should be fun. Comedian Brad Williams is joining us.
Oh, it's great.
Actor Tony Goldwyn.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, I was asking, I was like, remind me who he is again? So in Ghost, he's the bad guy.
He's also on Hacks, and he's part of the Metro Goldwyn Mayer family.
And we'll also have Chef Brian Duffy stopping in studio, too. So we've got plenty of things to do tomorrow. So that's it. We're done. Rage on. Have yourself a great day. We'll see you tomorrow, friend. Bye-bye.